I kind of hate how stupid the students get.
Whenever that game happens. It's just an excuse to just go crazy.
Yeah, it's just an excuse to beat people up or whatever the fuck they want to do.
Yeah, exactly.
I kind of thought it was so funny. I looked at the score, we were up.
Get beat up? Go ahead, what were you saying?
I was like, like I really don't want them to destroy the town. Huh. Hopefully they lose. Alright, so you guys are in here. Let me get to the top. Alright. Alright, so as we remember, let's recap last time. Last time you were, you know, captured by some dark elves and taken into the Underdark, and you overheard a conversation about being sold into slavery from some sort of, you know, battle, and you're not quite sure anything other than that, but you do know that you are currently being sold to slavery. You are asleep in a dreamy sleep. You guys, you all three, you actually wake up. When you wake up, you realize you're in a room that you have a collar around your neck with some, but you don't really know what it looks like because you can't really look down at it yet. There's you kind of feel like you're rocking back and forth, but the room seems to be still. You're very, very foggy, and there's a scent of salt in the air.
Ah, I think we might be on a boat.
Excellent deduction there. Wait, are we in the bag, or are we just like kind of just wherever?
I think we might be
no, you're not in the bag. You're in I can draw the room.
Okay.
So you are in a room. Let's switch that color to black. You are in a room. It's about this big. There are kind of beds everywhere. There's like, it's kind of like a bed full of cots. You guys wake up in a cot. You guys wake up in a cot. You know, like I said, you're foggy. You know, Bane is on the top bunk. Cleon's on the bottom. And
no, I'm on the bottom.
Rock. And no, that's where you wake up.
No,
and Rock
no.
And
you're
Rock
a heavy
is
paladin, okay? You're on the bottom. I want to see you sinking down.
And Rock is on the Rock and Roll are on the adjacent
I'll
cots.
tell you, I'm on the bottom bunk because I'm a fucking dragon. Balling on him.
But you're a
And
5'6" dragon.
5'6" dragon. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. So
Dance is
yeah.
like Deion Sanders.
Yep. And that's kind of how you wake up, and you guys all notice each other on each other's necks. That there's a collar there's a collar with some, you know, runes inscribed into it, and that's it. There's also a door right here.
All right. Can I understand the runes?
What languages do you speak?
Common and infernal.
Infernal. All right. So, because you speak infernal, you kind of understand. Yeah, I'll say infernal and the language that these are in are related somewhat to each other, and you can kind of make out that it's like in an anti something collar. It's meant to keep the people wearing it from something, and that's kind of all you get from it, from the runes inscribed into it.
All right, so we're in a room, right?
That's my character.
You're in a room and there's a door. Door does not appear to be locked. The door does not appear to be locked.
Okay.
And you are not in shackles. You are not in shackles. You don't have your weapons. You don't have your armor, but you're not in shackles.
I want to cast prestidigitation on the door to make a picture of a dick.
You make a picture of a dick on the door.
Okay. I can cast magic.
Hold on. Wait, actually, hold on. No, what happens is when you move to the cast, your collar tightens. It feels as though there are spears being jabbed into your neck. Take 1d10 damage. What? Okay, not d10. I'll say d6. You take 1d6 damage, and that's a 2. So you take 2 damage.
I was gonna say d10.
I'll say you take 10 damage, and
For giving us collar.
And make a Constitution saving throw.
Alright, where's the fucking D20? Cool, that's a 3.
Alright, you scream in pain, like a little bitch.
Oh, daddy, please!
And when that happens, the runes on your collar, they light up into a reddish orange, and everyone in the room notices, which is just you four.
Alright, are you guys gonna move like your character models into this like room or not?
Oh, I'm still in the bag. Give me a second.
Oh wait, oh yeah, like get Kirito out of the bag for me. I didn't know where my character was.
There you go.
Here we go.
Alright, so I cannot cast magic.
Don't fucking ever touch me again.
Alright. I look over at Dreadicus and I say, don't panic, and I attempt to punch him.
Alright, make an attack roll.
I got it, come on.
Wait, is this dude trying to punch me from the?
That's an 11.
From the bottom bunk.
11. Alright, Tim, what is your dexterity?
Nigga, he's on the bottom bunk. I'm just gonna sit back.
What's your dexterity?
I don't know. Let me look real quick. Good God. It is 11. Yeah.
11. Let's see. You go to punch him, but he actually grabs your fist, and your Bane. His fist is in your fist as he tries to grab you. So you're kind of holding his fist right now.
I'm gonna. What the fuck's wrong with you, dude?
I'm seeing if I can get away with punching stuff.
What does that have to do with anything?
Can we make
we have slave collars, and I can't cast magic, but I can still punch shit.
Yeah,
so
right
that's
now,
what really
half
matters.
of us are useless, but if we can punch shit, we might be somewhat useful. Mainly that I could leave this room and maybe.
Can I take a look at Austin's collar? Sorry, Cleon's collar.
You can.
All right, I'm gonna look at it without like fucking tripping it. Obviously. What do I see?
You see some magic runes. You don't know the language that they are in, but you see magic runes that stretch the outside of a collar. Imagine they don't light up right now, but the steel collar with just some engravings in it, and they stretch all the way around the collar. There doesn't seem to be any opening on the collar, and you don't exactly know how it got on. You can kind of deduce from your, since you can cast spells, that this definitely seems to be a magical collar, and they got it on using magical means.
All right. I'm gonna ask Cleon, since he's like at least somewhat magical. If you draw a rune in between all the other runes, will it like break the spell by breaking up the sequence of lettering?
Do I know enough about rune magic to know the answer to this? I'm a bard, so...
I'll say you can make an Arcana check.
Yeah, I'll roll Arcana. Arcana's not bad. That's a 21.
Alright, so you know that for, like, when runes inscribed in this manner, the only way to break the runes is to basically kind of have, like, an anti-enchantment spell. And you can't just write in the middle of the runes. You know that the runes were inscribed, and then the seal was put onto it, and it doesn't matter what is put onto it now. The enchantment still holds.
So we need to concoct a plan to get out of here. It's just attached. For what happened
Tim,
to
make
Cleon,
it. Do you have proficiency in investigation?
I have proficiency in investigation and stealth. Let me do the recon.
Rock can deduce the door is not locked.
Okay, so...
So wait, are we not shackled to these beds? We just have collars on?
No. I said
you just have collars on.
Oh,
just
but
have
I'm
collars
fuck up. What the fuck?
I was just trying to figure out what I can and can't do.
Right, well, I'm gonna get...
I attempt to play a song. I attempt to sing a song.
Do you weave any magic into it?
No, it's a persuasive song, though. I sing loud and proud. Top of my lungs.
If there's no magic into it, nothing happens.
Okay, so it's just magic, boys. We can still punch shit, and we can still sing.
That's good to
And that's all we...
That second part's really important.
All right, so I'm gonna investigate the structure of this room to look for any weaknesses, I guess. Let me get
Okay.
my die.
You can get it. Let's see. I'll say that you can kind of just look around the room. You don't really need to roll for this one. It seems like it's just a pretty it's a wooden room. You can definitely deduce you're in a ship somewhere. It's a pretty big room for a ship, so that kind of actually intrigues you. But there's not really any weak points. There's just a lot of wood. You do notice the door. You do notice there is a door.
All right. I'm gonna. I get it. There's a door. Is there anything else in this room besides the beds?
There's just beds. That's it. And there's blankets and pillows.
Can I make a stealth roll to look through the door stealthily to see what's outside?
Sure. You make a stealth. Sure. Yeah. Once you get closer to the door, you realize that there's kind of like people talking outside, and you can kind of actually hear some music.
Okay, I rolled a 1.
You trip out the door. So this is the door you trip. And you fall into this room that's right here. Kind of, it's about this. And there is a bar. And you hear a voice that says, "Hey! Glad you didn't die!" And he puts a drink right here. "Glad to see you're not dead."
What does this guy look like?
I roll investigation to see if the drink is poisonous. Would that be investigation? I want to see if the drink is poison.
What's your roll?
Let's see. It is a 3.
3. You can't tell if it's poisonous or not.
Fuck it, I chug it.
Awesome. So the foggy feeling you had before goes away. He says this should get you guys this should get you that hangover. It should be gone after you drink this. Drink up, guys.
Okay, so this is like
Is it still considered a hangover when we're drugged?
Yeah, that's actually exactly what a hangover is.
Is this like a counter? I forgot how my mic muted.
Yeah, this is a counter.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a counter. Yep, this is a bar. You tell this is a bar, and there are a bunch of other people just kind of like, here. The person at the bar you can notice he's a gnome. Everywhere over here, there's just a mix of, different. There's some elves, dwarves. Actually, there's no gnomes over here. Just humans, elves, and dwarves, and you can see these metal suits of armor that are kind of just sitting around they're just kind of around the room.
Do I
Are
have
there
my
any
equipment with me?
tieflings?
No, sorry, go ahead.
No, we have no equipment.
Okay.
We got a roll.
Alright, well, Austin asked, is there any tieflings for some reason?
There are no tieflings.
Alright, I'm gonna ask the bartender where my stuff is.
Well, your stuff. Well, I mean, it's probably at the blacksmith. I mean, that's usually what they do with all the slave gear. They kind of just give it to the blacksmith to kind of sell.
Well, I'd like them to not sell my stuff. Is there any way we can, bypass that part?
Well, unfortunately, not really. You can't really bypass that part. You kind of are. You're on your way to, the kind of the final destination over here. You could talk to the blacksmith. I don't know if he'll give it to you.
Which way is he?
The blacksmith, you're gonna want to go up the stairs, and once he's upstairs. I'm pretty sure. I don't really go to the blacksmith that much. You're probably gonna want to ask around for that one.
Great. I'm gonna start walking and looking for somebody to ask for where the fucking blacksmith is.
Before Tim walks away, I whisper in his ear, "I'm gonna pretend to not speak common. I have a plan."
Okay. What's the plan? Can you write that down or whisper it to me or something?
I whisper to him, "Maybe if they think I'm retarded, they'll let us go."
I think that's all the more reason for them to keep us, dude. Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna keep going and find my gear.
Okay. He says, "Alright, well, good luck with that. It's probably not gonna work."
Alright, so who could I flag down over here?
Well, suits of armor that are just kind of standing there, and then there are just these people at this table. They're playing dice. They're playing dice right here, and somebody just won a big round.
Do I have any kind of money on me whatsoever, or is just all my shit gone?
You check your pockets. You don't have any money, and you're not exactly sure what they're kind of playing for either.
All right, don't worry. Here we go. Human trafficking.
You're already
On
being
the
human
table.
trafficked.
We're being trafficked.
Let's go. All right. I have one human. I'm willing to bet.
Who do you offer this to? Do you just come up to the table and slam down a human? Do you,
Yes, I come to the table and slam a human down.
Which one of these 5 guys won big?
One second, I gotta turn this music down.
I turned it down. Yeah, this
All right,
song's like
all right,
really
no,
loud for some
all right, we're
reason.
not doing that. Actually, I have sleight of hand, so whoever just won big, I can pickpocket them.
Ooh.
If we make a distraction.
I'll make a distraction.
Okay, hold on. Let's get this one. Okay, so you come up and you just kind of slam down your human, I guess, on the table.
Yeah.
Are we still doing this human trafficking thing?
Yeah, I'll borrow a roll. I slam him down on the table and I start angrily yelling in Infernal.
Good.
These people are kind of actually, they look at you kind of like, not really frightened because they know you can't do anything. They're just like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Like, what are you doing here? And like, you slam, they just kind of laugh at you. And the guy actually, they're actually, you didn't notice this before, but there are actually a few silver coins that are on the table that this guy is picking up.
I'm gonna ask you, where did he get that money from, if they're slaves like us?
Where'd I get this money? Well, odd jobs.
Odd jobs? How long have you been in transit for?
About 9 years.
So you just been on this boat for 9 years.
Yeah, you know, I got caught a long time ago trying to steal some stuff. From the, I was stealing from the general store just to get some money, and then the local government sold me, to the ship, and I've been on it ever since.
So do you choose to stay here, or have you had chances to escape?
Well, I mean, you can't really escape. I don't really know how to put it or describe it, but you can't really escape. But it's not as bad as everyone thinks. I mean, we've made stops here and there for years at a time, but I've basically been a member of this. Well, I guess a member. They call us contractors on this ship for basically 9 years.
Oh, well, I'm looking for a way to get my my weapons back and all my stuff. I'm looking for the blacksmith. Can you direct me to the blacksmith?
Yeah, I don't feel like it.
You don't feel like it?
Nah, I just kind of want to play cards. I don't want to waste my time, telling you where to get to a blacksmith to get your weapons back. It seems like a waste to me.
So
Are they looking at me right now?
They're not looking at you.
I signal
Roll
Rock to do
persuasion,
pickpocket.
intimidation. What?
No, pickpocket, not intimidation.
Yeah,
Fine,
I
fine.
signal him to pickpocket the
Is
winner.
this gonna be a stealth
real
or a sleight
quick.
of hand?
I'm gonna signal. I'm gonna show. I'm gonna point at these fucking statue things and let them know that they're gonna like come alive if we try anything like physical.
Well, the statue moves and puts his hand on your shoulder and shakes his head.
Alright, Eric,
Agreeingly
is this gonna be a stealth roll
or
or sleight
in
of hand?
shame?
That's both. You're gonna have to roll stealth to sneak up on him without anyone kind of noticing you doing it, and then you're gonna have to roll sleight of hand to take it out without noticing it.
Okay, alright. First roll stealth.
Does he get advantage because they're distracted?
No, because it's a pretty. I'd say no. I mean, you can get advantage if you did certain things, but not. I'd say you sneak up behind him. I'd say you sneak up behind him.
So this roll is going to be the base plus what, my dex modifier?
Dex and Dex, and if you have proficiency in anything.
Alright, well I have mastery in stealth.
Okay, you have mastery, so I mean, you definitely sneak up behind him. Like
Alright, so
nobody
I have,
kind of notices
22.
you're there. Nobody really notices you're there. You feel like he's not paying attention.
Okay, now roll the sleight of hand. Okay, that's 8, and my modifier for that.
I'll also assume you're pickpocketing the person, which is this girl right here. not that person. That person didn't win. So I'll say you fiddle around, and what's your total? 8
It's a
plus
10.
what? A 10. So you fiddle around, and she kind of springs back and like kind of elbows you in your face, like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And you take 1 damage from that elbow.
That's a hell of an elbow.
We're on full health now.
Yeah, you're on full
Yeah,
health.
you're
Just
on
take
full
1 damage. Bam.
Alright, I'm gonna ask the guy, what do you say you let me in this game of yours, and then you can find me a way to get my equipment back?
Yeah. First of all, who the fuck is this guy? He's trying to steal my gold. Holy, like, they're not paying attention to you anymore.
Oh, great. Yeah, don't mind him. He's special.
He just fucking tried to steal my goddamn gold.
I mean, there's a reason he's
Or
here, is he
silver.
not? You're a thief too, aren't you?
Yeah, but thieves' code, I just want it, and rules don't apply to me. So what the fuck?
Listen,
Can I sing to distract them?
You can certainly try.
Sure. I'm gonna sing a nice calming lullaby. And that's and that's a total of 8 still, by the way.
Alright, so that's a total of 8. I see you're gonna start singing, and they're gonna kind of turn around, and then your voice is gonna crack, and everyone's gonna laugh at you.
Aww.
Everyone's gonna laugh, like point and laugh. You know, you even hear like, no, you don't hear the statues do anything, but everybody's laughing.
Infernal.
The bartender even is like just really laughing, and then this guy says, all right, fine, I get it, but don't do it again, or I'll kill you."
Want me to do it again?
Oh, 100%. Are they distracted? Are they looking away now?
I'll say you can certainly try.
No!
Alright, here we go,
no!
boys.
Break
Go for it!
Please.
Alright, here's the stealth.
What do you get? What do you get?
Alright, okay. Can I
Did he
turn
get
this
a
into
1?
hug?
Did he get a 1?
You
So
trip.
overt, I turn it into a hug.
You trip. Oh, excellent. You go in for the hug, and she's like, and what do you say when you go in for this hug? You're hugging her kind of from behind, so it's really creepy. You're gonna have to come
I'd
up
like
with
to
something.
say it in Draconic, and I'd like to say, I'm coming for your money later. In a soothing voice.
So Draconic is actually a harsh, guttural kind of language. So that doesn't actually come off sweet, if like sweet. So she kind of like really just shrugs you off and really pushes you back, and like starts looking at the statues. Like, are you gonna fucking do anything?
Do they do anything?
No.
Alright, boys. My approaches have been stalled.
Alright. So about this game, is there any way we could hop in?
Sure. I mean, yeah, it's just, basically, a dice game. I think they're playing craps.
Craps.
And I don't actually know how to play craps. So I'm gonna have to look up the rules myself.
The one where you like throw
okay.
the dice and you try to like roll like a 7 or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
immediately attempt to cheat at this game.
Okay.
Would that just be sleight of hand?
Well, let me look at the fucking rules to craps to figure this out.
I don't know the
It's either
rules to
sleight of
craps
hand or-
either.
Actually, it is
Rules
sleight of hand,
to
actually.
craps. That would
Not
definitely be sleight of
hand.
hands if you're trying to cheat. Craps, basic rules, how to play. Alright, dice game. Actually, wait.
No, it's definitely sleight of hand.
Sleight of
You can
hand?
scoot dice and craps.
Ooh. Cool. Yeah, I got a 22 for my sleight of hand, so...
First of all, let me figure out how to play
Yeah.
back alley dice. That's actually what they're playing. I need to
Sure.
figure out exactly what the hell this game is, though.
I'm gonna be out for like 2 minutes.
It's like hood dice games, basically.
Back alley
It's
dice,
like
alright.
Hood dice games. Eric looking up the rules to craps. Where did Rich say he was going, by the way? What's this question mark? Can you see this question mark on your screen, Austin?
Where?
Oh, okay, alright, that's pretty easy. Okay. So it looks like if you roll, okay, so let me make some notes. Sorry, hold on, it's gonna take. Okay, alright, so basically the rules of this game are if you roll, so basically it's back alley dice, so if you roll a 2, 3, or 12 on your first roll, or any rolls, you lose. If you roll a 7 or 11 on your first roll, you win. And if you roll any other number, that's essentially your point, and if you need to roll that again to win.
Okay.
So pretty simple, nothing too difficult here.
So you roll
Yeah,
two
I just
dice
want
at
to
a
try and
time
rig
then?
my.
So okay, so they say, yeah, sure, what do you guys got to bet?
I have a bunch of gear at the blacksmith. If you would tell me how to get there, I could certainly get it and come back and play you.
So
Well,
you
let
have
me-
absolutely nothing on us right now, right?
Let me tell you, you're not gonna get the gear back from the blacksmith. They probably already smelted it down into something else. So unfortunately, that's a no-go. If you don't have any money, get the fuck out of my table.
How about we barter our services here on the ship?
Yeah, I mean, like, I guess you could, but like, I'm not fucking paying you to do anything. You could fucking maybe find somebody. That bartender always wants us to fucking. Ugh, I can't risk it. But you could talk to him about it if you want.
All right, we'll be right back. I'm gonna go over to. Is Rich back yet? Rich?
I don't think he's back.
I need him back. I need him to steal something.
I can
my
steal
God.
something.
Are you good
Oh my
at
God.
stealing stuff? All right, I need you to steal money from the bartender's cash register while I talk to him to
Wait.
distract him.
Wait, first, I look at the person leading this back alley dice game.
Yes.
Okay, and so we have nothing on us, right?
Person. Yes. This person is the one that seems to be winning all the time. Yes.
All right. So I want to bet her just one game. Okay.
Okay.
If I lose, we'll do whatever job the bartender wants and give her all the money.
All right. All right. Okay. All right.
I
could,
win. We get
I-
your winning.
I mean, that sounds good to me. She kind of laughs, like, and then since you know, you kind of know what you're doing. She kind of laughs and like, what the hell is this guy doing? Like, I'm obviously going to win. There's no chance this guy's gonna beat me.
Yeah, and I've already rolled my sleight of hand. It's a 22 to cheat on this game. Fuck her.
Okay, so sure.
So just roll these.
So she says, yeah, sure. If,
I'm going to be perceptive.
I guess.
I'm going to watch her roll her dice and look for any sleight of hand from her as well.
Okay, great observation. So, all right. So, all right. So she says, okay, and everyone just kind of like, it's like, ooh. And then, so this guy actually comes over and they just like, ooh. So they're kind of looking. She's like, all right, you first.
11.
What does that?
That means he wins.
Pretty sure I just
So-
win.
Actually, so what you notice as you're rolling it, since Tim, you were watching, but you can't communicate this to Cleon yet. You notice that the person is kind of put her hand in her pocket, and you saw that this was going to roll a 6, but now it rolls to a 5.
You like choose.
Can I use my sleight of hand to roll this to the other one to
Are
a
you
6?
really just gonna roll it until it's a 5?
I don't know how to.
There has to be a way to set this. Rotate left. That's not working. Yeah, just keep rolling it. There's only 6 outcomes.
Yeah, so it's a 5. So it rolls to. Actually, it just something else. It rolls
It
to a
rolls to a
1. You have a
Alright.
1 now.
All
But now
right.
you have a
Okay.
6.
I try and flip this one to a 6 without her noticing.
Everyone notices, and she says, "All right, you cheated."
I'm like,
Um,
not so fast. And I'm
Everyone
gonna
notices.
I'm gonna grab her hand as she's like touching whatever object's in her coat and pull it out and reveal that she was cheating as well.
You pull out. You grab her hand. Make a strength check.
A strength check.
Yeah, because you're pulling. You're pulling like her hand is in her pocket.
Okay. 7.
Oh, well, she completely resists your pull and like shrugs you back and kind of pushes you back, and you kind of do a little trip fall a little bit.
I
She
see
says,
this and
"What
I
the fuck
straight
are you
tackle
doing?"
her. Like, I jump over the table and I tackle her.
Okay, you jump over the table and you tackle her.
Yeah.
These guys all pile on and start to defend this girl.
Oh
And
my
they start-
god. I can't. I'm gonna call over the constructs.
Roll initiative at this point.
Alright.
I will say roll initiative.
A 7.
A 7.
8.
All right, the horde of people go first. They the 4 people are gonna make so you're here. So these 4 people are gonna make a strength check combined to pull you off. So they're all gonna be pulling you off. So you can make a strength check to resist it.
That's a 10.
All right, so you're not gonna beat anything in the 40s range. So they kind of rip you off her, and they throw you back, and you smack against the steel thing, and it shoves you back this way.
Who the fuck was that?
So you're over here. So you're kind of like over, like you bump into this guy, and then this guy kind of like says, "What the fuck?"
Alright. I want to try and intimidate them.
And they say, "Get the fuck out of here."
I pretend to cast magic.
Like
Like, I'm charging up something big.
They laugh.
See.
They laugh at you.
Oh, I have
They-
a question.
They laugh at you, and this guy actually comes over, and he's gonna punch you. He's gonna hit, and you're gonna take 1 damage.
Okay. This is kind of a weird question. Is Awakened Mind, the Warlock thing, considered a magic?
What's Awakened Mind? Let me look it up.
It's the telepathy you granted from the Great Old One Pact.
Ooh.
Is that considered magic?
Let me look it up. It's in the handbook, right?
Yeah.
Richard Boob, you're back. I need you to steal something, because Austin failed this.
Alright, so let's see. It's Awakened Mind. Starting at first level, your alien knowledge gives you the ability to touch minds of other creatures. You can telepathically speak to any other creature you see within 30 feet. You don't need to share the language with the creature. I'm going to say no, it doesn't. That's not magic.
Alright, so I'm gonna Awaken Mind onto this woman.
Okay. You initially see of like a thing of like shock in her mind. She's like, "Holy crap!"
And I tell her, I've been granted powers far beyond your comprehension. These mortal chains don't bind me, and the moment eyes turn off me, I will rip your soul from your body.
Wow, that's really cool.
Make an intimidation check.
That's a nat 20. So that is a total
So I will
Of
say,
24.
I will say the checks I usually don't do.
Yeah, but that's a total of
at 20s.
24.
So it's 24. So she is terrified. You have terrified this person. Whatever this person's name is, she is terrified. She cannot believe. She does not understand how you are speaking to her. She doesn't get it, and she's terrified.
Right.
Time to get our
And I-
money, boys.
And I just take a step forward toward her and say, empty your pockets.
She empties her pockets, and you get 40 pieces of silver, and there's a ring.
Oh, I'll
Is
pick
it a
that
nice
ring up.
ring?
I don't know. It's kind of like a golden ring.
Alright. So yeah, I'll take that from her. And I'll walk over to the bar.
Okay. Add golden ring to your inventory. Everyone is kind of shocked that she listens to you, but since she kind of listens to you, like nobody really seems to question it. So you walk over to the bar.
Now we just wait for Rock to wake out of his stupor.
Are you here, Rich? We can't hear you if you're talking, by the way. I see you moving your mouse. Hello, Rich? Hold on a sec, let me message him.
He's probably not here.
is here. He's
So
moving his mouse.
what do you want to do? Oh, okay.
I want to have Rich steal from this bartender while we talk to him, But I guess I'll talk to him while you steal from him, Austin. Can you do that?
I can try.
You're not the rogue, though, so you can't do
Garrett,
this.
is it open now?
Yeah.
There you
we
go.
got you.
Yeah, I think I'm in. Okay. Yeah,
Oh.
I'm not sure why.
Okay.
Alright, anyway, what are we trying to do?
I need you to walk around the counter and steal from this bartender while we distract him.
Alright,
So-
roll stealth.
So there's just to paint the picture, there's a door here, and there's kind of a door here, but this is kind of blocked off.
Oh, okay. Well, before we
So
talk
in
to him,
order to,
uh,
so you kind of would have to vault the counter.
Alright,
So I'll say
I'll
that.
vault the counter, but can I get a distraction by someone?
yeah. I'm gonna start talking to the bartender, and with Cleon here about
Okay.
getting a drink.
So
While
I'm
he's
gonna
talking,
drift over
I
here
awaken,
prepared to
mind him,
roll.
and just start whispering evil shit into his mind.
Great, because that's what we need
Alright.
right now. You could have just gotten away with just talking to him.
he screams, he screams, guards, steelskins, get over here! And they actually move, and he says, I don't trust these guys, and they kind of surround you, and he
I
says,
put my
"Okay."
hands up and say, I wasn't doing anything. I'm just trying to get a drink.
And they're like these guys are scaring me. They're talking to me. They're scaring me.
I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, he's just...
I'm not even
They
with
kind
this
of
guy.
they kind of stand up. They kind of look around, and they just kind of look around, and they're just kind of standing here right now. But they're not like encroaching on your personal space, but they are like here.
Okay,
Alright.
while this scene is occurring, is it safe to say that the attention... Oh, well, I probably just shouldn't even do this. Or should I
You can
try to pick
you
out-
can certainly try.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
enough commotion.
go
Is it
for
safe to
it.
say the attention is away from me and
Yeah,
currently
man.
on these two?
You got
Oh,
this.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say it's currently on those two, but you do notice that there are other guards that are like these metal suits of armor have their heads turned in the direction.
Okay. So if I made a roll, what would it be? Stealth or acrobatics?
It'd be acrobatics to vault, and then I'll combine that with a stealth to do it stealthily.
Okay, let me see what my acrobatics is.
So like first you need to like do a vault over, which won't be too difficult, but then you also have to do it stealthily.
Okay, well I do have mastery and stealth, and my acrobatics is also a proficiency.
You gonna do a vault flip over the counter?
Okay, I mean I'll try it. Alright, so first I'm going to roll acrobatics. That's a 20.
Wow.
Okay, so now roll
Next, I'll
stealth,
roll
see if you can
stealth.
vault over.
That's an 8.
Alright, so you jump over the counter. You do it in a swift motion, but you are noticed by these guards. And these two, actually, they disappear under the floorboard, and then they reappear right around you. They grab you, and they both disappear, and so do you.
Oh, fuck.
Well,
Try my best. Stuck the landing though.
I'm gonna ask the bartender where they took him.
Well, usually we give our, the captives a chance. Usually they kind of understand after, the first few times of, kind of getting beaten around. But now he's probably in the dungeons, and they're probably just gonna kind of, beat him up and keep him there. I'm not really sure what kind of happens there, but I've never seen anybody return from the dungeons.
Alright, doing good.
All right. Well, it was nice knowing him. Hey, can I add roll to my inventory?
Inventory. Alright, we'll go to rock. Basically, what happens is you teleport to kind of this dungeon, and these metal suits of armor, they're about 6'5". They're pretty ginormous. They kind of teleport, and they have you kind of hold you, and they shove you into kind of this chair. The chair kind of locks you in place, and then they kind of disappear into the floorboards, and they leave. And then there's this wizard that says, "Another victim." What do you
this
say?
dude's just waiting there to just molest Rich.
I'm saying, dude, I was just trying to get a job.
Breaking a rule breaker, I see. They usually don't let me experiment on people they've already purchased, but, this is my lucky day. He gets a concoction ready, and, he has one of those typical alchemy bins, kind of gets a concoction ready and puts it together. And it's kind of green and bubbly, and he puts it in a needle, and he moves over to inject you. Do you try anything? You try to... He says, "This is something that I've been working on for a while. I'm not sure what it's gonna do, but..."
Can I try to resist or try to like shove away or like try to shove into the needle and break the syringe?
Okay, I'll say that you
I do have
can, in
thick
fact...
skin.
I'll say you can in fact do that. Your legs are completely immobile. I would say your elbows are not. Your wrists are latched to it, so you can kind of shake your shoulders, but that's about it. Move your head. And that's kind of about it. So he goes to put the needle on you. Make a what's that be? Dex? I'll say Dex. Yeah. Oh, that's pretty high.
That's
Okay, I'll say
pretty
you
high.
maneuver, and you slap the needle away, and since the dex is so high, you do it in a manner that kind of knocks it out of his hand and breaks the concoction on the ground. And he's like, "No! No!" And he's like, "No, you fool!" And he goes to slap your hand, your head. He goes to slap your head, like backhand you. But he's not very strong, so you just kind of get hit. And he's like, "You fool! I've been working on that for months!" I fucking can't believe... Well, you know, I was gonna go soft on you first, but... And then he kind of just gets this other, he gets this book out. He says, "You know, I've been working on this spell. I've been working on this spell for a while. I don't know what it's going to do." But he kind of waves his hand, and, he kind of waves his hand, and he kind of says some things in a language you don't understand, and you feel like this sense of terror and dread in your body. It's like an impending sense of doom, and that's we'll go back to you guys up here.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna get my hot dogs out real quick.
Alright,
I have.
is there any way we could visit the dungeon? Yes.
These guys kind of walk through. There's actually a door over here, and you notice that two of these suits of armor walk out, and they position back in the exact place they were before. You don't know if they're the same ones because they're actually all identical. You ask that question. He says, "Yeah, no, there's this crazy wizard down there. It goes by the name of Bari Stoneclaw. He's kind of like a crazy gnome. He works. From what I know, from what I've been told, I think he's from the city that this ship departed from, and he kind of likes experimenting on people. Usually, he's kind of like a medical researcher, actually. That's kind of what he's working on right now. So, but most of the people actually just die. I wouldn't expect to see your friend back. If he's not dead already with one of his new concoctions, he's probably going to die."
I'm gonna walk over to these constructs. I'm gonna inspect this door.
It opens. It's not locked.
All right, I'm gonna.
Can I inspect the construct?
Okay.
You can look at the construct, but if you get too close, he shoves it. It kind of shoves you back, and like stands in like a really intimidating stance.
Can I use Awaken Mind on the construct?
You can certainly try.
I want to attempt to try to speak to the construct's mind.
The construct, you're speaking to the construct in its mind, but nothing really happens.
Damn.
Can I walk into the door now?
Yeah, you can walk through the door.
Okay. 1 second. I'm like looking up something. Okay, I walk to the door, and what do I see?
So you kind of just see kind of like a hallway, and there's some stairs that lead up to the top. I'll kind of say, if I put drawing, kind of goes this way.
And
It's like a hallway.
It says it goes up.
Yeah, there's some stairs. It goes up.
That's not what I'm looking for. Actually, no, that's the blacksmith. I don't want to go up there and fucking kill him. Yeah, I'm gonna walk up the stairs. Oh, wait. I'm gonna see if Cleon wants to go up the stairs real quick.
No, I'll look for any stairs that lead downwards.
Okay, can you telepathically contact me if you find something of use?
Hell no.
Is that
30-foot range, baby.
30-foot range? Is that like through floors?
Oh no, it's only visible.
Oh, well, I guess I'll go with you then. What's this over here? What does this look like
Artifact.
over here?
Oh, that's just like the end of the room. Like, it's just a
Okay,
room.
I thought it
I
was
didn't
like
draw
a-
well.
Well, let's go check the door behind the counter then. It's the only other door in this room.
That door is locked, and he says, "Hey, Bill, go back there. That's
I'm gonna
my
use
bar."
my command to make him open the door.
So you cast command, but instead of command, the runes in your neck light up. Take 1d6 damage. You can roll for yourself, and these kind of come up. This steel construct comes over here and punches you in the face. Take. So you took 2 damage from that. You took 2 damage from him punching you, and make a Constitution saving throw.
What is that? Just rolling this dice?
Yep. You scream in pain like a little bitch.
Great.
And this guy kind of laughs at you, and this guy punches you, and the gnome says, "I wouldn't do that again if I were you. I wouldn't do that again. They might take you to that wizard as well. I mean, usually with the new guys, we kind of get about half of them before they kind of learn their lesson, to experiment that wizard guy. But
Fine.
I mean, hey,
Do we want to just intentionally get got?
Not really, because you don't return from that, and I don't want to fight somebody about weapons. So let's go find my weapons and kill these things.
Okay, I'll go with Tim to the blacksmith.
I'm going to. Is there like any part of this like room that isn't like being actively looked at by these stupid ass statues?
no, the statues are kind of it's a pretty long room. That's why there's 8 of them, and it's kind of where everyone gathers. So that's kind of why there's a decent amount of more people, I'd say, over here in that area.
Okay,
But,
what do the chairs look like?
They're just kind of like, it's kind of imagine like a cafeteria. It's kind of like, except instead of having benches, they're like kind of like bar stools, except with a little backing, like a milk
Alright,
stool with a little
I'm gonna
back.
attempt to grab like one of the pieces that hold like the legs of the bar stools together. I'm gonna
Okay.
take one of those and rip that off and put it into my pocket.
Okay, make a stealth check when you're doing that, and make an athletics and stealth check. 1 athletics, and then the other 2 to
Alright,
be
here's
stealthy
stealth.
about it.
Here's stealth. Alright. Oh, I never roll good in this game, so 5 plus nothing, unless there's something that adds to stealth.
So he noticed you get to the stool, but everyone kind of like people notice you're there. So if you continue, you can.
No, I'm just gonna go into this room.
Okay. All
What's,
right.
What's in this hallway that's like of notice?
There's nothing really in this hallway, honestly. Nobody. It's just kind of like a hallway that kind of just leads upstairs, almost.
Can I inspect this golden ring?
Oh, real quick.
What do you inspect?
I want to see if like there's any sort of. I don't think it's magical. I want to see if like it's magnetic or some shit.
Sure. Roll. I guess fucking investigation if you're not doing magic. That makes sense. Yeah.
That's not great.
Alright,
It's a
well,
9.
You can't really tell if it's magnetic or not. You don't know of anything like that.
Is it magic? I'll check for that, I guess.
Ooh, yes. You do notice that there is mild magical properties emitting from the ring.
Oh,
Nice.
do I know what properties they are?
I'll say with the 15, you know that you'd have to attune with it to kind of understand what the magical properties are.
Okay.
Fuck.
I want to ask.
I'll go to
Sorry.
a room and try attuning to it while he does
Okay.
this.
All right.
While he's doing
Is
that.
Rich back?
Okay. Sorry.
Yep.
Go ahead.
All right, so basically, what has happened is the feeling of doom has turned to a feeling of extreme pain. The blood in your skin turns bright orange, which is weird. So because the blood is usually purple when it's not oxidized, but now it's orange, so that doesn't make you feel any good about yourself. And the gnome's kind of looking at you like, "Oh, that's weird. I didn't expect that to happen at all." And you're kind of in a lot of pain right now. Make a Constitution saving throw.
6. Modifier is...
Well, I'll say you're screaming in pain right now. This is extremely painful. You want to die. You just want him to kill you, and you scream out, "I'd rather die." Actually, no, you don't scream that out. I don't want to do that. But you would rather die at this point. This is a pain you've never felt before.
Okay.
So you're screaming. He's like, "Oh man, this didn't work out the way I was fucking hoping it to." He goes to as you're shaking. He goes to get a vial to take some blood out of you, kind of but you're in too much pain to really kind of like plan to resist, so he kind of holds that arm down, takes some blood out, and it's this weird color. It's like this weird bright orange color, and it turns back to like red. It's like, oh, okay. And he goes back to his lab and experiments it, and he's just like, interesting. It worked, but side effects are not what I planned. You're in a lot of pain right now, and we'll go back to you guys.
Okay, I'm gonna ask the
Doing
bartender
good.
about the prophecy.
Prophecy? What prophecy?
I don't know. Is there a prophecy?
I don't think so. Do you mean the ceremony that you guys are going to?
Yeah, well, tell me about that.
Oh, well, basically, you're obviously, you're on a ship. This ship is, let me pull up everything. This ship, you're on the ship called Enigma, which is part of the...
Whoa! Oh, God.
The Ligma?
No, Enigma.
The Ligma.
The Ligma. Ligma boss!
They kidnapped us
That's
for
why
the
it's
most
so
epic
sticky
joke.
in here.
Alright, so currently on the ship, you're on Enigma, which is basically a ship and a fleet called Ioun, which is named after the god of knowledge, which, obviously the city apparently that we're from worships that god of knowledge. I don't know much about the city, never been there. Me, myself, grew up in this town called Acorn Isles, we're basically a farming island. No continents really know about us. I'd be surprised if you knew about us. We kind of were just, we saw this ship, they docked, and they were, taking anybody that wanted to come along with us. It's kind of more of a volunteer thing, honestly. They offered adventure and a chance out of the sad life that they had, so I took it, and now I'm here.
All right. Thank you for your information. I'm gonna.
Oh wait, you asked about the ceremony? Oh right, sorry. I kind of always drag on about just random things. Not many people to talk to here, you see, because all this. Oh, I'm doing it again, aren't I? All right. Well,
yeah,
the ceremony you're going to. I think they're celebrating some sort of alliance, and they're going to celebrate it with some sort of some games. I think Coliseum games, because I noticed they're collecting a lot more you fighter types. So I think there might be some, you might be, participating in some kind of gladiator games. But I don't really know. I think we're docking in about half a day, I think.
Oh fuck! I'm gonna run over. I'm gonna see if he's done doing whatever the fuck you're doing in this room. What the fuck?
Attunement takes about, it's a short rest. So
I told him
it'll
to
be
fuck off. I'm not done yet.
We only have about 10 hours before we have to get off this ship.
And I'm using one of those to attune, so fuck off.
You're fucking useless. I'm gonna rip. I'm gonna rip one of the. How does this bunk bed constructed? Can I rip like a piece of wood off of it as like a shank?
You can certainly try to rip some wood off of it. They're kind of, the dimensions of these are kind of like, half a foot by half a foot, bearings. So, I mean, like, it'd be a big shank, but you could.
Yeah, I'll take a big shank.
Just walks that out.
Yeah, let's go and grab a big shank off this thing. Alright, can I stop rolling this fucking 5? Hello? Hello? Can I not roll fucking 5, please? Good
Are you
God.
right-clicking to roll?
Yes, I'm right-clicking to roll. Who rolled this? Get out of here. Alright, whatever.
Alright, so whatever. You got a 14. I'll say you can rip it off.
I already rolled a 5. I already rolled a 5. So I'm not ripping it off. I'm just.
So you can't. You could try again. You could try again. Your first attempt was a failure, but you could try again.
All right.
You made a little bit of noise, but nobody seemed to notice.
If I rip it off, is it gonna compromise the structural integrity of this bunk bed?
You're smart enough to say probably.
All right. Yeah. Whatever. Let's just leave. I'm gonna walk into this hallway and go up the stairs.
Okay.
Roll stealth for your large ass chunk of wood that you're carrying.
I don't have it with me. I didn't break it off.
All right. We'll go back to Rich. Rich is like in extreme pain. You're on the verge of death right now. He has the blood, and he's like, Eureka! I got it. That's exactly what I was looking for, but I gotta work on these side effects. And he's like, I mean, I think I could maybe save him. I don't know. And he's like, maybe I'll try this one. I don't know if this will actually save you. So he kind of gets, he talks to himself, so he kind of gets this vial, and he kind of pumps it into your neck. Now, you kind of have less pain now, but you kind of fall asleep, and it's a dark black sleep.
Okay.
Poor Rich. All right, so what's up the staircase?
Yeah, well, I don't know what to say.
I thought about trying to say Austin or Cleon had good, since he was a demon, could produce interesting effects, but it seems like he was doing meaningful work right now. So I think I decided to take that one for the team.
Rich, about at this time, you would probably want to think about if you want to change your character. If not, you can make the same character with a different name. I would say.
Change my character as to what, like
you have a chance to re-roll your character right now because your character's dead.
Ah.
Oh well, shit.
Right.
Where's
Or
Roll?
we could do Rock Jr.,
Yeah,
which is not uncommon.
Where's Roll?
Roll could take up the mantle.
All right, Roll enters my inventory now. He's now my subservient.
Roll does not enter your Roll. If you guys didn't remember, Roll's a person that only helped Rock because you could re-roll the same exact character, just with a different thing. You could be the same person. You could be a rogue, whatever you want. But I will say that you're probably not going to meet up with the rest of these people anytime soon. You're probably going to be this guy's test subject for the rest, as long as you live.
Okay.
Wait, so aren't I dead as Rock though?
Rock isn't dead. Oh, Rock, you're not dead, but you're not going to be a part of this campaign anymore.
Okay, all right. So
Like,
let's
this person will not be. You as a person will be, but this character has fallen into the grasps of an experimenting wizard that really wants to figure out how to change people's blood types.
Okay.
Wait, that's what all this is about?
I'm gonna just find another rogue.
medical
but maybe we're
research.
gonna make it a little more of a stealthy rogue.
You could just keep the same character sheet. I don't really care. But this character will not be in the game anymore.
All right. Well,
You could be whatever you want.
all right. Well, while he's doing that, can I see what's up this staircase then?
Sure. Yeah. You open. You hear the sound of seagulls, and the fresh sea breeze kind of hits your face as you're awakened to a massive ship that is gliding along the sea.
All right. What does it look like?
You see that it's about
what the fuck it's called? Like the main platform, whatever the fuck it is.
what?
What does the main platform of the ship look like? Like, where can I go?
The deck?
Yeah.
The deck.
deck.
Okay, the deck. Okay. So the deck. Let's see. It looks. I'll draw this. This kind of like the
Quit
ship.
drawing penises.
There's some masts right here. And some giant.
I'm Pickle Deck.
And there's some giant boulders.
Wait, boulders?
Right there.
Oh, okay. You're still making the dick joke.
Alright, so there's some masts right here. You entered at this dot right around there. You see some smoke coming out over here. There's a little shop-looking thing right there. The captain's deck is back here. And there are some other doors that lead to the cellar around that area.
Alright, I'm gonna go up to the captain's deck.
The captain's deck. Okay, so there are a few human guards. They're not the other ones that say, "Hey, what do you think you're doing here?"
I need to speak to your captain of urgent importance.
Kind of laugh. No way, slave, get back before I throw you overboard. And then the guy kind of nudged him, and so the guy next to him kind of nudged him, like, "Why would you? Like, what's the point? Like, kind of like, what's the point of doing that?" And he's like, "Shh, shh, shh, shh." Kind of hushes him.
Okay. So there's 2 dungeon places. Like, what are these other dots
There
again?
are shops.
I don't
There's
have any money.
one there's smoke coming out of it, and the other one there's a
well,
shop.
actually, what are in the shops? I know that Austin's character has money.
Okay, alright, so you go into the shop, and you're greeted by a
Hey, what's up, Curtis?
an old half elf, and it's an old half elf female, and she's like, "Oh, hello there, hello, welcome. I haven't seen you around here. I assume you just got captured."
Yes, that's a fine assumption. What do you have to sell here?
What do I have to sell? Well, if you just got captured, there's not much money I could do for you.
Money?
But, obviously, we have, lots of, just generals. We have rope. We have some potions.
I'll take the rope.
The rope. All right, excellent. You do notice that there are 2 of those constructs that are kind of by her. She says, "Hello, yes, some rope. What that'll be 5 copper. Do you have 5 copper on you?"
No. How could I be of service in order to acquire some materials from you?
Well. Usually, there's some. We have when we make dock, sometimes we go on guard missions to explore. And we give you a very small portion of whatever, like the payment, maybe a few silver here and there. But nothing right now. There's nothing. I know that gnome bartender always has. He's always asked something of the new guys, but they never seem to be willing to do it.
All right. Well, I'll be right back. I'm gonna walk away. I'm gonna go down the stairs. I'm gonna go into this little hallway. I'm gonna go back in this door. What exactly is this guy doing? What is Austin doing right now?
He's tuning
What does that
my
mean?
fucking ring.
Is he like in meditation right now?
He's kind of like inspecting it. Like, he's not in meditation, but he's like inspecting the ring, and he kind of like needs to like spend basically this hour like inspecting the ring. And,
all
like,
right, I want to do a
concentrate
stealth to steal some silver from his pocket. I want to steal all of it, just some, so I can do stuff.
Okay. Make a sleight of hand check.
All right, here it goes. Can you not suck dick, please? 15.
Oh my god.
Alright, you manage to get 5 silver out
All right,
of...
thank you. Good fucking night. All right, I'm fucking walking out this door, and Curtis, I'm a human paladin, neutral good, but we're in a very, very dire situation. It's the best I could. I didn't try and steal all his money. I'm neutral good, so I stole a little bit because I'm not an asshole. I'm gonna talk to this dwarf and see what the fuck I can be to do to be useful on the ship to make the most amount of money the fastest.
Hello, you're back. He's like, hello, you're back, I see. What's going on?
I need to make money. Lots of money, very fast.
Money? Well, money's not really going to help you out at the Coliseum. From what I've heard, they do just give you equipment once you get there. And I'm pretty sure they have anything that you want. Plate armor, maces, fine tools. They want the competition to be good. So I don't
Who's
think
the person who actually bought me?
The person who bought you.
Is he on this ship somewhere that I can reach? Or she?
I
don't want to be
think-
sexist.
Well, I'm pretty sure it is a she. That's Helia. Helia, she's the captain. She probably had something to do with buying you. I assume anyway.
Alright, yeah, so I still need money. Anything I can do to make some money before the ship docks.
Well, unfortunately, I don't have anything for money, but I mean, there is something I can ask you to. Maybe I can. Hold on, wait, don't go. Okay, maybe I can give you some money, but there's something I really want.
I don't know if I want to do that.
Give him the hand he takes.
Please.
Fine, I'll hear him out. What does he want?
All right. Well, I don't know if you've seen Helia, but she's fucking hot. Oh my God, I am so. If you could sneak into her bedroom and get me some of her used underwear, I
Used.
would really, really fucking appreciate it.
Appreciate to
I
the
could
point
give
where you could get me off of this boat.
Well, I don't have that kind of power, but I
Uh,
know she
as
hoards a
long
lot
as
of
you work with
magical
me-
items. I know she hoards a lot of magical items that might be helpful in your journey at the Colosseum. They do have winners at the Colosseum, from what I know, and the winners get to live.
Great. Thank you for your information. I will accomplish this, and
Are you see? You're gonna get the. Oh my God. Okay, let me tell you. All right, so her crabnets. I think about this time she's probably manning the deck, so she won't be there. But there's always one person guarding her, so you're gonna need a team of. The best would be 3. Probably a rogue would be best. Maybe.
Yeah. Yes. If you could bring the rogue back to stage 1, I would appreciate that. Other than that, we only really have a magician and whatever role is.
Wait, that guy was a rogue. That guy was a rogue. Oh my fucking hold on. Maybe I could. Hold on. And this guy just kind of runs, and he's kind of sprinting. He says, "Wait here."
Okay.
All right. Now, because of that,
is anybody guarding this place here?
No.
No.
Tim, you saw what happened to Rich, right?
Listen, dude. All right, I won't hop the counter.
All right.
Curtis is like,
so
Panty
the gnome, Rich, Rich kind of wakes up with his dying breath, and he's just kind of coughing up blood at this point, begging for death. And then this guy's about to inject him with something else. This guy barges through the door and says, "Wait!" The guy's like, "What?" It's like, "I need him." He's like, "Why?" It's like, "You know why." And he's like, "Really?" It's like, yeah, really. Oh, all right. All right. So he gets this other. He kind of throws that on the table. He gets this other thing. It's more of a potion. He forces your mouth open and he chugs it. And then he gets another potion. He forces your mouth open and he chugs it. And then he casts a spell on you. And
cast a spell on
almost just like that, you're back to normal.
Wow.
And he's like, "You better fucking do it, and you better fucking bring it back, or I'll have you hung somehow." I don't know. So he undoes the enchantment and says, "You better bring it back." And he tells that to the gnome. He's like, "I better get something here out of this one." And he's like, "Yeah, okay. Come with me. And he kind of grabs you, and he's like, and you're kind of running behind him, and he says, "You gotta keep the fuck up." And then he runs back, and then you see Rock kind of come through the door. All right, Rock, what was your skin color before this?
I was a copper dragon.
So you now have more of a goldish tint.
Do I have the same properties as a copper dragon?
Yeah, you're still copper dragon, but you have a goldish tint now, and
Ooh.
Mm.
you notice that Kirito.
Life is suffering. Pain is all I know. Can you not fall over when I'm talking to you, please? Alright, we have to go on a bit of a mission. Can you grab Roll? Because Cleon's being weird.
I'll have to roll.
At this point,
Roll is astonished that you are alive, and so is everybody else at the table. And they say, "They've never in my life I've ever seen anybody come back from that." You
Yeah,
must
well,
be
You must
some
have
sort
a
of.
pretty important purpose in life. Winks and says, "Yep."
Yep, that's exactly what happens.
Alright,
So
I know that I just got you in trouble for stealing something, but I brought you back, so you should be thanking me. I need you to steal something else. A far much less risk.
yes. Come here. Yes. Let me tell you. So I don't know if you've seen Helia, the captain of the ship, but she is beautiful. She is so fucking amazing. I love her so much. And so I'm gonna ask you if you could, he kind of beckons you in. I need you to steal her used underwear, and that's in her captain's quarters.
See, I'll
I'm gonna need you
I'll
to do
slap
that.
Rock on the shoulder like, see, totally less risky.
Now, I will say that if you get caught, they will most likely kill you. But you know, it's worth that for being tortured from the wizard, from what I hear. And she's got some magical items in her jewelry box, so maybe you can swipe some of those while you're in there. Maybe make it worth your while.
I'm gonna ask
I mean,
the
shit,
bartender
I'm
for
playing
a
with
detailed
house
map.
Okay. So what happens is he draws out. So I'll draw over here. So he's like, okay. So this is basically what you're gonna be looking at. So here is the captain's quarters, and he tells you how to get there on the ship. I don't have that exactly. I could map it out for you. I'd have to think about it, but.
Well,
I don't exactly
if there's like anything like hidden that I'd like want to know about, I want to just have a map in my pocket.
So basically what happens is there's a hallway. So that there are doors that enter here, and here. And basically, this is a hallway. It's the captain's quarters, and the captain's quarters is right here. There's always a guard standing right here, though. These hallways are actually a lot longer. They go to about here, and this one kind of goes all the way down. It's a lot longer. So if you could distract the guard, I don't know which guard is on station right now, but you might be able to, you know,
I might have
with
a better idea. Are there windows to the captain's quarters?
windows. Yes, there is a window to the captain's quarters.
How easy would it be for us to shimmy across the ledge and reach that window?
That would be actually pretty difficult, considering I don't think you're allowed past the borders of this ship.
What do you mean I'm not allowed past
The ship's enchanted, so not only does your collar prevent you from casting magic, as you find out, but if you jump off the ship, you magically appear back on it.
Oh.
Kind of like this slice of pizza.
Get the fuck out of here!
Exactly. No, it's actually exactly like the slice of pizza. It's almost exactly like the slice of pizza.
Alright, fine. We won't shimmy across the roof unless we have to. Well,
Wait, we can see if... Does the enchantment field end exactly at the end of the ship, or we might have some leeway?
Now, I actually don't know about that. You might actually be able to do it. I've never known anybody to take me up on this. You might be able to try it. I won't say you can't.
what are my feet like? What kind of like feet stuff do I have on right now?
Shoes?
Shoes? You have kind of like leather, raggy shoes. Like not terrible, but not great. They'd wear out if you traveled like anywhere important.
All right. I think I have everything I need for this barkeep. Let's head up the stairs. Follow me. Rock
Is Ragnar awake? So
Yo.
Yes.
Chill and wait for me to
I
finish
am.
my attunement!
I'll say you
No,
can
we
just be
got
done
this.
your attunement.
Cool.
What
kind of ring is it?
So the ring is actually a lucky ring. So you have 3 charges. The charges reset. They reset 1 per day. So they have charges. They reset once per long rest. You basically get. It's basically like inspiration. You can re-roll anything that's not damage.
Cool.
All right. Come over here. I'm gonna explain the plan. You know, I'm gonna like fucking circumvent like actually telling him like everything. Just to save time. And let's head up to the top of the dock. And I want to stop at this little counter with this old lady, and I want to purchase that rope. But I'm gonna need enough rope for all of us here.
Okay.
Just say we want a shitload of rope.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask Austin to purchase it.
I walk up and I try and sweet talk her, say, hey lady, we need
Hello
ourselves some
there.
rope.
Oh, okay. All
A
right.
lot of it.
A lot of rope. You know. Why do you need the rope exactly?
Let's just say we were real feisty with our group bonding.
We're trying to kill ourselves.
Well, both of those seem rather believable. I mean, you do seem like kind of a. He's like, I don't mean to be mean, but you know, the tiefling does seem like kind of a gay wad, if you ask me. So I kind of understand. You not
Bang,
so much,
bang.
but maybe the tiefling. I kind of get it. All right.
Is the music coming from this game?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
So
you,
annoying.
you gotta turn it down or pause it.
You have
It's
to
up to
turn
you.
it down.
Turn it down. Just
So
you can mute it on your own thing. Don't turn it
do
on.
we also have to? Where's Helia in relation to her cabin?
Helia, she's kind of like right here somewhere.
All right. I think I should probably try and keep Helia from going back to her cabin while you guys do this.
Because
if she goes back while you're there.
I got it. Get me the rope and get me some kind of like get us some belts or some kind of leather that we can tie the rope onto.
Yeah. Also, ask for some belts and if they have any musical instruments.
Musical instruments.
Yeah, a lute, a banjo.
A
Give 'em
banjo.
We have we have this we have a cello.
Yeah. I can
mean,
work it.
The cello's kind of all right. Sure, here you go. That will
Why
be
is,
10
why is this
silver.
not working?
Why is not working?
I turned game volume, music volume, and MP3 volume down to 0, but I still
Nigga,
get
come
the
over
same-
here. Follow my hand. Follow my hand. Are you following it? Are you following it? Over here. Did you lose me, Ben? Hello?
Oh
Ben.
wait. Oh, sorry. Okay.
It's over here. Come on.
Yes.
Yeah, over. Yeah, over here. Over here, Ben. You can turn it down over here. It's a little iPad, and it's on YouTube. And you can just go on YouTube. You can click on the pad, and then you can click on the volume button, and you can turn it down. Just don't change the fucking thing. All right, so now that that's over with, do I have the rope and leather? Did you buy it
You
yet,
do.
Austin?
So,
Altogether, how much will that cost me?
let's see. Altogether, that's gonna cost you about 15 silver.
I asked, can a pretty lady give us a discount?
Absolutely not. I don't really like tieflings like you.
Dang, she's racist.
I call her a racist lesbian.
Can I
and
can I
give her
can I
her
tell
money.
if the lady's like into me?
Make an insight check.
All right, hold on. Here we go, boys. All right, 13. Plus, hold on, let me get my insight out here. All right. I have 2 insight, yeah. So 2 plus proficiency bonus, so 4 plus whatever that is.
That's 17.
Yeah, dude.
17. You can tell that she's really just kind of like a racist person and doesn't like anyone that's not an elf.
Oh.
Oh.
Is there an elf in our group?
No.
I was remaking Rock to be a half elf, but we're kind of rolling with him now.
All right, whatever. We're not gonna discount off this chick. She doesn't want anything from us.
I
Wait,
give
what
her
race
money.
is my slave?
He's a human.
Sucks.
Sucks.
I could have just hoard him out.
All right, so I'm gonna bring the crew with me. Cleon, go handle the captain. However you plan on
I'd
doing
like to
that.
go up and try and talk a bit to the captain.
Yeah, talk to
All
her
right,
over there.
you meet the same guards that say, "Hey, what the fuck do you think you're doing new around here?"
I have a couple important questions for the captain.
Captain doesn't give a fuck about questions from you, and he kind of like pushes you back. Fucking
I ask, is there
slave.
anything I can do? Just a quick one question. That's all I need from her.
Let me think. No.
I ask if I can sweeten the pot, and I kind of jingle some coins in my pocket.
Sweeten the pot. How much you got?
Got 20 silver.
20
the world's
silver.
damn best song you've ever heard.
Give me the 20 silver and shut your damn mouth.
Sounds
I
like
toss
a good
him
night.
20 silver.
Alright, let's get the fuck up there. Don't be long.
All right, we're
All right.
going up with you.
Oh, no, hell no.
Why not?
You guys are trying to get to the cabin.
Yeah, but the cabin is that way, right? I don't understand what the ship
No,
is.
this is where the captain is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
so
like,
the cabin is like under it is on this side, but it's down. So like a 3D version, it would be kind of down here.
yeah,
the
so like I
window.
thought we like get through like this little like gate area, and then like we would like rappel down over here.
Without her noticing you?
I mean, it's a big
Just
ship.
rappel and climb along the side.
It's a big ship.
How big is this area where the captain is?
I would say the ship is about I want to say it's 200 meters long.
And so
and it's
this
about 50
platform-
meters wide. So this is a giant platform. I guess it's
Okay.
about 50 meters. It's huge. The masts are giant. This is by far the largest ship you've ever seen. It's bigger than most towns.
Very
you've-
cool. Yeah, you can all come up with me then.
All right, come on. Bring your characters over here, Lamau.
All right.
What is
Leave roll.
happening,
He's
though?
fucking worthless.
It'll be the fans.
Yeah.
No, roll
So
needs to
I-
come up. Whatever. I know.
So I'm just gonna
totally roll.
approach the captain.
Yeah,
Idiotically
just
flat
keep
Okay.
keep roll with
enemies.
Austin. And before you start talking,
Yeah.
I need you to talk for a while. So don't start talking
Yeah.
now. Let us like work on getting this stuff ready before you like start distracting. You know.
Okay.
Now,
I know you're like
on
in a rush to
there-
get that done.
Now, on that note, there are about 6 other. Like, this is a giant. Okay, maybe it's not 50. I'd say 20 meters. I'd say it's like 20 meters. It's a pretty big thing. It's a pretty big landing. There's a lot of crew members there just kind of chilling. There's a bunch of tables. And then obviously the people are playing dice. You know, they're gambling with like actual money and stuff like that. And they're kind of gambling on that area up there. There's definitely a lot. There are a few that are kind of just like on the
Stop
lookout
killing
near.
me.
There are a few that are on the lookout, just around, and yeah, that's kind of it. And you see the captain, and she says, "Oh, a tiefling and a dragonborn. I remember buying you guys. How's
Hey,
it
I remember
going?"
being purchased by you. It's honestly not going too bad. I
So,
got paid. and-
Everybody, roll.
Wait, we're near
Let's
her.
see.
I didn't want to get near her.
I mean, she can
Yeah.
see us walking up.
She notices all you guys walk up. You
Oh
all
my
you
God.
all noticed. Because like there's one way to come up, and she notices anyone that's not her. She notices everybody that kind of comes up because she's.
Can I
that's-
claim I was raped by
Stop.
the wizard and ask her what she thinks of that? Of having her goods raped by the wizard?
You can claim whatever. You can say whatever you want. I will say, you notice that this is like one of the hottest girls you've ever fucking seen. She is thick in all the right places.
All right. Can I roll insight to see if she's into tieflings?
You can certainly try.
You know what
That
they say when you
is-
go dragonborn.
That's a 17.
I'm gonna say she's very friendly. You can't put a finger on exactly why
But she doesn't
she's
hate
friendly.
me.
She's She's like, yeah, I haven't seen. She says, wow, like I haven't bought too many tieflings in my time, especially when and on this decade-long voyage that I've been on. It's been an amazing trip, but tieflings, everyone hates them, but I think they're so cool. And same with you, dragonborns.
We're known for a
So
couple of things. Not just our charisma.
Yeah, I know you guys have horns too, and you can speak demonic and on all that infernal stuff. Yeah. It's so
Yeah.
cool.
So you like horns?
Do you say that?
Let me tell you about horns.
Please.
Yeah, please,
Do you
please
say that?
Yeah, say
Are you
that, Rick.
trying to?
Yeah,
Are you trying
yeah,
to
I'll
be?
say that, I'll say
Are you
that.
trying to entice her? Or are you trying to?
Actually, no. I'm actually the stealth legs of this operation. I don't think I can
Yeah.
afford to entice.
I asked
I'll
her.
let Tieflin take the reins.
Okay.
Well, while they're doing this, I'm gonna try and break off and sneak away from the group and start inspecting the side of the ship to see where I can start setting up my equipment.
All right. As you're doing that, she notices you and she kind of like points to one of the pirates and like nudges her on over to like this guy that's like kind of inspecting, on around that area, and he kind of walks just. And then now they notice there's a pirate that's kind of like around you, and he's like, "Hey,
I'm just trying to get some nice sea breeze air.
you can do that down. You can do that on the common deck."
Can I walk over and attempt to exchange the rope with him?
You
Not,
can do whatever you want.
not now. No, I'm gonna gesture
So-
now.
So remember, you can try to do whatever it is you want in this game. It's just gonna depend on
how you
rules
sell it. Yeah, and that too. All right.
and how
well,
you sell it.
Fine.
If she's
try to
seen
ditch
me-
your mark.
I
So earlier when Cleon made his intimidation check, there's a lot of flavor in that. So I basically made it so the check against it was very low. That was pretty easy to do that. So if you just say I walk over there, you know, then obviously it's going to be like standard checks. But if you can do any flavorful things that might add up to, you know, cool things, I'll consider being, you know, the rule of cool.
Freaking stop killing me.
I asked Helga if she likes music.
I love music, you know. I mean, you know, music is it's really nice. You know, I like music. I've never been any good at it.
I happen to be a bard. I could teach you a thing or two if you'd like.
Oh, really? You could?
Can we all
Yeah, I
bring
even
out the
purchased a
song
cello.
dance again?
A cello? Ooh, play me something right now.
Alright, so, you know, I whip out the cello, and I begin to play the song of my people with a 27.
27.
Danny
And I start to play a romantic song.
Can you
A
sing it for
romantic
us?
song.
Sing it.
Roll my window down and cruise.
There's an ocean, and the ocean has beautiful hot women on it, and tieflings love to fuck on the ocean.
Man, so the performance is beautiful. All the bandits stop and, you know, kind of applaud the cello. They, you know, they clap. They say woo, and someone even like you see kind of a few silvers thrown your way. You get like 5 silver from that.
How
Kinda,
is
they
it
really-
you carry a cello around?
I just bought it.
He just bought it. He just bought it.
On the
Did anybody
pirate ship.
did anybody notice the music transitional change?
No, I did.
Oh.
No, I didn't.
No. So she says, "Wow, that's beautiful. How'd you learn?"
Well, you know, when I was a young boy, all my family learned some instrument, and I just took to it better than the rest. You know, they wanted to be fighters and thieves, and I just wanted to spread joy through the world.
Joy through the world. You know, I've known plenty of fighters in my time. You know, they're pretty standard. But this, it's few and far between that I meet somebody that really knows how to play an instrument. Very dexterous with those fingers that I've seen.
Oh yeah, there's a lot you can do with instrument playing fingers.
Roll persuasion. That's persuasion, I think.
That's an
Yeah,
18.
can we just make like a porn video? And give
On the deck.
Let's make a sex tape. We can cast an illusion. Just call it that.
So it's safe to say that most of the bandits are looking at me now, right?
Yeah, most of the bandits are definitely like, you know, they're applauding, and even this guy, the guy that was sent to guard you, is kind of is definitely not looking at you anymore.
All right. I'm gonna attempt to. I really don't understand like what this ship looks like, but I'm going to attempt to stealthily move over to the edge of the thing and start setting up the ropes to where me and like one other person can sneak away. I guess I'll pull. Who is this? Is this? I'll take me and Ben over the edge. Whenever we go, so I'll grab Ben with me with my stealth thing, and I'll tell him we need to sneak away and start setting this up.
All right,
Okay.
roll stealth.
Okay.
Would you like me to roll that also?
18.
Yeah, both of you guys roll stealth. I don't know if you were here, Ben. You have no equipment. Everything's gone. You don't have any money. Blah blah blah.
Can't cast spells.
Can't.
Whoops.
All right. I don't know how to get it out of there.
Well, here's another one.
I know this is like my little box, but I don't know how to work.
Who just rolled this 18?
That
How's
was me.
Tim?
Oh, thank
All right,
Christ.
you both
I rolled a 15.
because of the distractions that, you know, he's, you know, obviously hitting on the captain, and all these guys are kind of, you know, interested in like how he's doing it, because they've obviously tried many a times. They're all definitely, you know, curious on exactly what's going on.
Taking notes.
So you guys managed to set up the rope thing. Like, you know, you kind of tie the rope to, like, you know, a wood bearing, and you have the ropes kind of attached to you, and nobody seems to notice, but you do know that any second they could look over and capture you.
All right, we're going over the side right now. I'm gonna gesture. I'm gonna push him. No, not push him over. I'm gonna like push him and like let him know we need to go. All right.
Okay,
Hey.
so you go over the side. I'll say the wood holds, and how are you propelling down? You just like Mission Impossible style?
Well, I could like really explain it, but essentially you keep like the rope in front of you and one rope at the small of your back. And
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. All right. That
And-
sounds good. I know what
yeah.
you're talking about. So you're gonna propel down like that, and you notice that there's a glass window that stretches basically this entire view. It's kind of like a giant glass window that kind of, you know,
A glass
touches
window.
the back of the ship. Yeah, like a giant glass window that.
As
kind
opposed
of,
to a steel window?
On a wooden ship. Okay. I believe you, but even still,
What do you mean?
like
They have, there's like captains have views. They have glass windows on their ships.
what's
Oh,
Pirates of
I
the
was
Caribbean,
thinking
they
like
had
a
glass
skyscraper window, like fucking just no like bars or anything like that. Just like a giant
No. It's
glass
like it's
pane.
like
Okay,
if you.
I got it. Okay, so how far am I from the captain's quarters, based off the map?
You don't know. Oh well. You. Did you ask about where? I'll say he told you the captain's quarters was beneath the captain's deck, but you don't know how far deep.
All right. I'm gonna look at the map. Judge it.
You can kind of assume
size compared to the boat size. And
you can kind of assume that this is where the window. Only the captain would really have windows because they're not the easiest thing to maintain on a boat.
Okay. Well, I'm going to signal to. I forget what your fucking name is. You're not even labeled. I'm gonna signal to Ben. Lyricin? Okay. I'm gonna signal to Lyric, and we're gonna go for the fanciest looking window and look for an opening on the window. Like, I'm gonna use, like, I don't know, some kind of, like, inspection or, like, investigation for, like...
Sure, you can use investigation. Using investigation, you notice that the window, it can be open, but it's barred on the inside.
I'm gonna ask Lyric if he has any way that he can open this window stealthily or get into this window stealthily.
No, I definitely don't.
Alright, now make a... So, alright, we're gonna go back to Cleon right about now. Make a performance check and, like, a persuasion check to continue this, flirtatious conversation you're having with the bandit.
Alright, that's a 22 for my performance, and a 10 for my persuasion.
Alright, so you still manage the performance, you know, you're playing some songs, basically, you know, you're trying to distract them, I assume, right? Like,
yeah.
So, you know, you play a good song, and the performance coupled with, you know, kind of flirting, like, she's kind of pulling back just a little bit, but everyone's like, dude, how's he doing this? Like, how, and they're all kind of, like, still, you know, watching you.
I asked her to tell her, try and pull some of the pressure off me. I asked her to tell me how someone as beautiful as her became such a mighty captain.
Wow, flattery, how basic. So she basically describes.
I play a background song to kind of like emphasize her tale as she goes along.
Oh, okay, all right, excellent. So that's really good. So that's definitely gonna help. So basically, she kind of talks about how when she was raised in, you know, Elysium, which is basically the capital, which is one of the main city states of the continent, Telemaria, which is basically where and she tells you that's where you're going back to, and she kind of describes how she always wanted to be a captain. You know, she was born in a slave family, but slave families, when they're born, they you know, the slave children are never put into slavery. They're actually put into an education so they can better themselves, because the Elysium, which is the city she grew up in, believes in slavery, but they buy their slaves, and to keep the slaves happy, they promise their kids a better life. So I was one of those kids. I never really saw my parents, because they kept me at boarding school almost all the time, but every time I got to saw them, I told them how I always wanted to, you know, be a captain, because at our boarding school, we were on the sea, and I just loved the ocean. And, you know, she trained at the school to become a mighty fighter, and then, you know, after, you know, getting on a ship, she had to prove her worth as a girl, and then after she proved her worth as a girl, you know, she fought her way to the top with, you know, she had a coup one time when they were on a mission, and she kind of tells you, you know, this one time we were on a mission, and we mutinied, and I managed to kill the captain in single combat and rally everyone to my cause, and basically kind of took the ship for myself, and I've owned the ship ever since.
Wow, what a mighty captain. If only everyone could be as impressive as you are.
Yes.
All right, while this story is going on, I want to try and time my, like, foot, like, trying to break a piece of the window off with the waves battering against the ship.
Okay, what the fuck would you roll for that?
I don't know.
Imagine
Plus there's
trying
music up top
performance.
too. So it's just like trying to time it with all the sound going on.
Okay, so make a I'll say make a stealth check, and actually, yeah, make a stealth check to see how quiet you are, and make an athletics check to see you're trying to break the window.
Yeah, just a piece of it so I can like
Okay.
it from inside.
Sure. Okay.
All right, boys. I don't think I have anything for stealth, but I have a 12 so far. I don't know what stealth goes off of.
Dexterity.
12.
Yeah, I have 0 dexterity. Suck my dick. So is that
Okay,
like?
so 12.
Okay.
So you rolled a 12 and you're kicking it in now.
All right. And this is a strength, or what is this?
It's I'll say athletics. Athletics goes off strength.
Okay, athletics. Nice.
You smash the window. Shards of glass go flying inwards. And you definitely have access to the latch now if you want it.
Okay, I'm going to be very careful to not like cut myself, and I'm going to unlock the window.
Okay, you unlock the window. It opens outward.
All right. I'm like on the pane that's gonna like eat me, or like Lyrican. Are we like on the pane that's gonna like make it to where we can't open it, or do we have to like move?
No, you could just kind of maneuver around it. Okay. You can kind of maneuver around this window. It kind of opens outward, and you kind of maneuver inside.
I'll signal for Lyrican to go in first.
Alright, I'll go in first.
Okay. Since you're still attached to the rope, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so do you kind of swing in? Make an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics. Just check what I have for acrobatics. Oh, good.
And Bane, if you want to go in. Bane, if you want to go in, you'll do the same.
Yeah, yeah. Alright, well that was almost
7.
My acrobatics is 9 though, because I'm trained.
Holy shit.
Wait, okay, actually, I assume, when I did this, I assumed that training worked the same as it does in 4th edition. So, how does training work?
What do you mean?
You add proficiency plus your modifier. So your proficiency should be +2. What's your dexterity?
Okay. All right. Yeah. So, okay, it's different.
Do you mean proficiency,
that
not training?
Oh, okay. So, don't.
Did it used to be called training?
In 4 it was called training. You trained in.
Oh, whatever.
Things.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. So just add both of them together. Add your dex and your proficiency modifier.
Okay. That's 5.
So you have 12. Yep. So you swoop in, no problems. You guys missed the glass. You notice there's a few glass shards on the ground, but you are in her room.
All right. I'm gonna do an investigation to look around for any objects of like significance. Try and get a layout of the room to see.
Used panties. Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah, I mean, like we're looking for the panties, but I also want like weapons to fucking survive in this Coliseum. I am prioritizing the weapons to survive in this Coliseum, and then I'm looking for the panties.
You remember you remember from your conversation that they give you all the weapons you need to fight in the Coliseum at the Coliseum.
Enchantments, runes, that kind of. I don't know what kind of magical stuff there is in this game.
They said that she had like a jewelry box with magical items.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. I'm gonna look for that.
Yes, you remember that. So there's a giant mirror. There's a bed. There's a giant mirror. And there's kind of like a closet with some clothes. And there's a pile of clothes on the ground next to that the closet of clothes. And
what kind
obviously,
of clothes are they?
They're anywhere from
I'm gonna look
regular
in, I'm gonna look
clothes.
I'm gonna look in the pile of clothes next to her bed.
Okay, all right. You find a few pairs of underwear, some of finer qualities than others. Some are just kind of like used underwear. This one, and you kind of find one that's kind of more lingerie.
I'm gonna find the smelliest pair of used underwear in this pile of clothing, all the way towards the bottom.
Roll investigation. Okay. Roll investigation.
I said
And
investigate.
roll.
All right, dude.
Investigate the panties.
Here we go. 17. There it is. Are you happy?
You find not only the smelliest pair, but you believe that this to be like a nice lingerie pair as well.
Great. I'm going to
not just underwear, but the matching bra set as well.
Nice. I'm gonna grab these and I'm going to wrap them up in like just like any sheets or anything like near me that I can use.
There are sheets on the bed. You noticed there are clothes in her closet that you could also use.
Yeah, I won't go that far. Oh yeah, I'll just put it into my bag and that'll be fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna look for that jewelry box now, like in one of her drawers. But I'm gonna also be checking for like any kind of traps. If there are any traps like in her room while I'm doing so.
Okay. You don't find any traps in her room, but what you do find is you find a jewelry box sitting on the table next to the mirror.
Okay.
There seem to be 5 rings in there.
I'm gonna take them all.
You take them all. Okay, so you take all 5 rings in the single jewelry box. Okay. So you take all 5 rings, and, what do you have them all? What do you do?
I'm gonna put them in my bag. I'm gonna check to make sure the jewelry box isn't, like, enchanted in any capacity as well. Or if it's just a normal jewelry box.
The jewelry box is not enchanted by any capacity, but, yeah, but you notice that those are the only rings in the area.
Okay. I'm gonna do one last check of the room. I'm going to inspect the mirror, and I'm going to inspect underneath her bed, and I'm also going to inspect inside the closet.
Under the bed you find nothing. Behind the mirror you find it's a regular mirror. In the closet you find an array of women's clothes, from common sleepwear all the way to like royal clothes.
Okay, is there anything else we should check for in this room, Lyrican?
I don't think so. I really don't even know what's going on, honestly.
We explained it to you, meta-wise, we explained it to you to save time. We're getting clothing as a bartering chip to make our lives easier.
No, don't say clothing. We're stealing her used panties
Yes.
for magical items from the bartender.
Some people might call it a panty raid.
All right, so
Okay, then.
we have her thing. We have her stuff.
All right. In this time, we're gonna go back to Cleon to figure out if he maintains Actually, while you're in there, well, you did make a stealth check, so make another stealth check actually while you're in the room, while you're doing all this stuff.
Okay.
Stealth check while I'm in the room. Sure.
Yep, make a stealth check.
I blame Tim.
Alright, so while you're inspecting the mirror, when you put it back, if we're gonna rewind a little bit, I forgot, you kind of make a loud noise as you kind of slam it kind of back into place, and you notice, you hear a voice outside, they go, what? And, he kind of starts to rattle some keys.
Okay, I'm gonna run and jump out the window.
When I go out the window, I make sure I grab the rope.
Well, you're already attached to the rope.
Oh, yeah, then I'll jump out the window too.
Okay, as you're jumping out the window, you jump out the window.
Okay. I'm going to cover, I don't have any clothing. Okay, so right now we can either cut the rope and just fall off the boat and land back on the boat, but like, how did that teleportation thing work with the boat? Where does it teleport you if you fall off the boat?
You're gonna find out.
Okay, let's climb. I'm gonna climb. Hastily. And I'm gonna close the window behind me.
Okay. If you're climbing hastily, let me make some rolls for this guy. Oh. Oof. Alright,
Do I notice that sound on the deck above?
no.
Fuck.
So, so we're going back to Cleon to see if they can hold, as you're climbing up, anything happens, so hold, so what do you say to this lady? You're kind of talking, she's very enamored by your horns, she's
I
like,
kind
wow.
of slow
kinda
down
like-
my music, and I ask, so, if I were to win my freedom in this Coliseum, would there be a place for me among your crew?
She says, oh, I'm always looking for, I'm always looking for new hands on my deck, especially, ones that, entertain my crew, with their music, especially.
I ask her, would you like to learn some music? I could teach you a thing or two.
I would actually really like to learn some music right about now.
And I kind of do that thing where, like, I put the cello to her hands and I put my hands over hers.
Okay. All right.
Push it.
She seems a roll persuasion as you do that.
That's a 20.
All right. So she warms. She at first she's a little nervous at like not like nervous, but she's like a little apprehensive at first. But she warms up to the fact that you're kind of teaching her kind of how to play the cello, and everyone is just like in awe, like what the fuck is going on right here? Like how come I can't do this? And like they're just kind of enamored by like what the hell is happening right now. Like this is like they're all like starting like kind of like what the fuck. They're getting really pissed, and they're kind of going back to playing their games a little bit.
Do I notice them going back to play their games?
You are. Some of them are going back to. They're not all going back to play their game. Some of them are like, guys, let's just fucking play the game right now. Like they're trying to like get everybody back to just doing normal stuff. Like what the fuck.
I try and turn it into like a group song where like they all sing along with me.
Okay. All right.
Group sing along.
Teaching her how to play it.
Okay. Okay. All right. So you do that, teaching her how to play it. You say, what do you say? What do you say when you do this? How do you lead up to this?
I say, hey, would you like to learn a song to cheer up the crew? You know, all good crews have a good old shanty, right?
She says, oh yeah,
Let's gather around the campfire and sing our campfire song.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be. She says that would be great, and she says, "What song could you teach me? That's easy enough that I could play it."
Our CAMPFARSONG song.
I start singing that. And it's just I say, look, it's just 3 chords, and I play the 3 chords, and they start going faster and faster. The song goes. It's like kind of moving her hand along, and getting the whole crew to sing.
Okay. Make a dexterity check. I'll say sleight of hand actually.
Ooh, sleight of hand. I'm good at that. That's a 19.
Okay, so you managed to actually teach her how to do pretty well. She messes up here and there, but she's getting the rhythm of it. Everyone's kind of singing along, and everyone seems very well distracted. So now it's back to you guys as you climb up.
Dun, 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 dun,
Wait, hold on. Actually, can you hold on just for a second? I gotta.
Oh, are you at the iPad? Open. Why does it keep asking me to like open?
I don't know. Do you hear the music?
Yeah, I hear it.
I've muted the music, so no.
Well, that's a shame.
Well, that's
because this is the music that is playing.
All right, so I'm going to start climbing up the side of the boat, I guess. Where's the guard at right now?
The guard they have their back face to the railing.
To the railing? What do you mean?
Yeah, they're not looking at the railing.
I'm going to try and signal at what's called rock to distract the guards.
Okay. Rock, roll perception.
Okay. Alrighty. Let's see what we got. 9, and I have a modifier of...
Should be your wisdom modifier.
Yeah, it's a 0. It's a 9.
Alright, so because you noticed that they jumped off, I'm going to say that you were probably paying attention even though you didn't say it, that they were kind of over there, like, doing it. So you notice that he's kind of flagging you down. And, what are you trying to flag him? Like, what's your motion? Like, he doesn't know exactly what you're doing. What are you trying to tell him?
Oh, me? Oh, yeah, sorry. I was thinking about how the fuck I'm gonna, like, deal with this rope. Okay, I'm gonna tell him to, I'm gonna give him the fucking, the cut neck symbol. No, that's wrong. Let's not do the cut neck symbol. I'm gonna do the sleep on your hand symbol to the, and then point at the guard.
You want me to knock him out?
Something. I'm gonna fucking exclaim just like this.
Tim, that symbol makes me think you want me to put him to sleep. Okay.
The guards are not looking at you.
The guards aren't looking at you. Okay, so basically you signal him to put him asleep. Alright, So
Oh my God.
basically the what you get from that is that he wants you to put this guy to sleep somehow.
Can I use awaken? Do I see him trying to do this?
I'd say you're too preoccupied to.
Fuck me.
You're singing along with the crew
Yeah.
and flirting at the same time. I'm gonna say you can't do that.
Yeah, I
know-
know.
Close
Austin,
the guard to
you're
the
already
end of the
pulling
deck.
quite a lot of weight. I need Rich to pull his weight right here, please.
How close is the guard to the edge of the deck?
No, I'd say like 10 feet.
All
Do
right.
not.
And he's distracted, right?
Please don't push
What?
this man over.
He's distracted, right?
He's looking at. So
What, like,
he
wait-
is distracted, but like he's distracted from the edge. He's
What?
not distracted from the. He's not really distracted from just things going on around him. Like he sees you, he sees the other one. He knows he's supposed to be paying attention to those other two people, but he's not at the moment. He
All right,
doesn't care.
while Rich is doing that, I'm going to signal to Ben that we need to start pulling the rope up from behind us and gathering it. If that makes sense.
All right,
Okay.
how's the intelligent way to do this? How about what can we do? So next to the guard, I probably don't want to defenstrate him completely, but I need to do something suspicious to arouse his attention.
Oh, arouse.
Yeah. What if are there any particularly restricted areas of the ship that's suspicious? Like, could I walk downstairs towards the captain's quarters?
There's a steering wheel in front of you. That's like near
Okay,
you.
maybe I could start walking towards the steering wheel.
Okay, you start walking towards the steering wheel. Everybody's kind of enamored by the captain, and the few guys that were like, they're not like they're farther away so they can see more. They see you walking towards the steering wheel, and you kind of lock eyes with them.
Okay. I grab the steering wheel.
Okay,
Oh!
Hard left.
Oh!
they run. They run. So, contrary to the ship starts to veer towards the left very slightly though, because it's kind of it's a big ship. It takes a lot to fucking turn it. So it's actually really hard to turn this steering wheel. It takes a lot of strength. So although you're turning it, it's taking a little bit. And they kind of run over to you, and they kind of like the two pirates kind of run up to you, and they kind of punch you in the face, and they grab you, and they say, "You're gonna get the fuck out of here now." And they
This boat's going to Miami.
Was one of the guys, the guards that was standing in front of us?
yes, they're not
Okay.
there anymore.
We're hopping over. And we're going to untie the rope and stuff it back into the bag.
Okay. I guess you should have some sort of bag, I assume.
I mean,
Okay,
I
so-
have a bag if I have the rope. Like, how else do we, like...
You guys are on the deck, and the rope is no longer on you.
Did the captain see him go for the wheel?
The captain is kind of trying to play the cello right now. She didn't really notice it.
Oh, cool. Thank God.
But
Alright,
Rock has been thrown
we're
down
gonna-
the steps.
Oh.
Take 2 damage, Rock, because they threw you down the steps.
This boat's going to Miami.
It's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it in the end. All right, we're gonna try and sneak back into the group unnoticed, into the cello group.
I'll say nobody really notices you because you're kind of paying attention to that whole ordeal, and the guy, as they throw down, they kind of frantically look back, like, "Fuck, wasn't I supposed to be paying attention to those guys over there?"
I'm gonna sneak
And
in
they
a-
notice you're kind of there, and they're like, "Okay, they're still there. All right, whatever." Like, all right,
I'm gonna sneak in a thumbs up at Cleon.
All right.
okay, roll stealth.
Okay. I mean, I don't think it's perception on Cleon's part, but I'll roll the stealth. I'll roll the stealth. All right, 9. That's it.
All right, now you roll. You notice that they're back, and he gives you the thumbs up. You don't notice. You see that he gives the thumbs up. You don't
Cool.
know if anybody else noticed though.
All right. So I look over at the captain and I just say, "Please, this cello took most of my money, but keep it as a gift from me. If you ever need more lessons, send someone to retrieve me, and I'll help you as much as you would like."
She says, "Excellent, excellent. That sounds. I might have to take you up on that at some point."
We must be going, though.
Maybe
We have
you-
a lot of preparations before our trials by combat.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
All right, so you guys leave. All right, excellent. So she's happy. She tries to play it, and she's picked up the 3 chords you taught her, but she can't do anything else. And she's very enamored by this cello that you managed to give her. and you know, as you leave, she signals to one of her first mates. She's like, "Fucking do the steering wheel thing. I want to do this."
The steering wheel thing.
All right.
All right.
Mission accomplished, boys.
Yeah. So now, let's head back downstairs to the tavern place thing. Where the fuck am I? Where?
It's over here.
Where is it? Okay.
Along the way, I mentioned that we should probably hide these rings because she's gonna realize at some point that we just B&E'd her office and then all the stuff's gone.
Oh yeah, do it. I'm gonna tell the party to keep those rings away from me. I don't want anything to do with them right now. Not while we're on the ship.
I'm gonna keep the
Yeah,
ring.
maybe someone
I'm
goes
gonna
for the old prison wallet.
I'm gonna. Listen. All right. Let me think. Let's talk to the bar. Let's talk to the bartender, and we'll have him stash the rings if we ever get interrogated, and we'll take them before we leave. That's the plan. So.
That's actually a good plan.
All right. So what do we want from this bartender? For the panties.
What did he promise us again?
An alibi.
Well, he can't get us off the boat, but he can get us.
An alibi for when she realized her stuff was stolen.
Okay. Yeah, that works. I mean, like.
We think
They,
yeah, if he could just.
they don't have. I need him to hold on to the rope too. We'll have him hold on to the rope, the rings, and we need to get something off of him because this is like a very what's it called? A very useful item. We could also get something off of the wizard, right? Like maybe some kind of potion or something that can help us in the Colosseum.
You can certainly negotiate.
All right.
But make sure you give him the panties, but don't give him, but show him the bra, but don't give it to him as insurance that he doesn't take our shit.
Okay. Yeah. I'll gesture the dwarf to come over to my side of the counter.
The gnome?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
sorry,
so the gnome follows
dwarf.
you.
Sorry,
Yes,
I
the
see
gnome
it's
follows you.
All right. So is he over on the side of the counter?
Yeah, he says yes. How was it? That was quick.
I know. We work fast. If only you could make it worth our while.
So you show her the panties, and he goes, "Oh my god!" And he grabs them, takes a big whiff, and he's like, "This is exactly how I imagined it."
All right.
And
so
he says,
Go ahead.
"I'll be right back. I gotta go in the back."
5 minutes later.
About
1 minute later.
about 35 seconds later, he comes out,
Ah.
and he looks like happy and relieved.
Okay. I'm gonna see
You
what
work
dwarf-
fast.
You know, this wasn't exactly easy, and we're gonna be catching a lot of heat for this. So what exactly can you do to make this worth our while?
Oh well, I have gold. I could I give you some gold for sure, and give you some of that. I know the wizard. He gave me a few potions, maybe some healing. He gave me this one. He gave me 4 healing potions to give to you if you manage to get it. These are standard healing potions. He tells you how they're more powerful. I'm pretty sure they're 3d4 plus 3. Because I'm pretty sure that's what they heal for.
All right, I'll write
He
this
has
down
4
after.
of them.
Okay.
So one each, I
And,
guess.
Yes, one. So he get that. There's that. He has those healing potions, and then 1 potion of water breathing, and then 1 potion of cloud giant's strength. This gives you the strength of a cloud giant, and cloud giants, they're known to move mountains as they typically
All right,
do.
I'll take the cloud giant thing. What was the other potion?
Underwater breathing.
All right. Well,
Give me underwater breathing.
yeah, give that to him. Maybe he could use that later on.
And cloud giant it'll put your base strength at 27.
Oh, nice.
What the fuck?
All right. So we need you to hold on to these rings for right now. Or wait. Yeah, I need you to hold on to these rings and this rope until we come ashore, and then give them back to me. Because right now,
Of course, yes. Well, he's like, okay, yeah, I'll give him back to you. Okay, sure.
if you give them back to me, there's a kicker, and I'll pull out the bra.
Oh my god, he's like, you bet your goddamn yeah, of course I'll give these back to you.
And we'll take the gold now, if you would. And you wouldn't be so kind as to give us a little bit more extra gold for this extra token of our
He'll
appreciation.
give you 40 gold each.
All right, perfect.
Lit.
I need to write this stuff
Yeah.
down in a second as well.
I have to go to the bathroom real quick.
Okay.
Wow, that's more money than I had to start. You start with like almost no money as a monk.
Oh, really? Why? Is your like
Yeah.
class
Makes
like, really
sense.
powerful? But yeah,
Uh,
is there anything else you can tell us about this Colosseum that we may need to like prepare for?
Well, so the Colosseum, usually what they have is they have a bunch of wizards that, they kind of spawn demons and they kind of have you fight. You go in 10 at a time. You go in maybe, I think 10 at a time, something along those lines. Maybe 15. They kind of just have kind of whatever. They have you fight. They fight against these monsters sometimes. Sometimes they just fight against each other. It really depends. I've never
And I'm
seen a
back.
celebration that is up to this magnitude before. So honestly, anything could be possible. I don't know why they're recruiting so many fighters to fight in this Coliseum.
Do they ever let the fighters go after they win at the Colosseum?
I would say they do let some. They do some people definitely can
Real quick,
escape. Champions sometimes escape.
Why is Jurassic Park on?
I don't know.
I don't know, but go ahead.
Okay, yeah, it's, basically they kind of give you whatever armor you need. They have plate armor, they have every weapon you could imagine, and they also give you this. I've heard it's rumored that they force you to drink this potion, and this potion gives you enormous strength, enormous vitality, and it allows you to withstand fatigue. It's an experimental potion that they use on soldiers in combat. The major downside is as soon as it wears off in about an hour, it incurs about extreme exhaustion. Some people have been known to die from it, but it puts on a hell of a show, I'll tell you that much.
Real
Oh,
quick, Austin,
good.
I don't think we need the alibi for this guy because the guards never actually noticed us get away.
True.
So the only thing is that we just can't have anything that would make it easy for us to climb over the side or the stuff on us. So we needed to keep the stuff with him. Is there anything else
Can we
should
plant the rope on someone else?
No, the bartender has our stuff. He's holding it until we come ashore.
You know,
Or-
Tim, the
it has-
best crime is not one no one's found guilty for. It's the one the wrong person is found guilty for.
Oh, he's not wrong.
So you want to plant some stuff on who?
That bitch at the gambling table.
Oh, okay. You're totally right. I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna pull out the rings. I'm gonna ask him for the rings again, and I'm gonna ask Austin. Who has the best inscription here?
Inscription?
I don't fucking know. Like, who can like look at these rings and tell me which ones are good and which ones are bad?
My Arcana is +2. That's all I got. Anyone got higher than that?
I'll say that if you check them for Arcana, you can tell maybe if they're magical, but you won't know what they do until you attune with them.
I'm not
That's gonna-
Arcana based, but if we have the lucky ring, that should help in pickpocketing someone because you can always just re-roll the sleight of hand.
We
Yeah.
can't fucking attune right now. There's no way in hell.
I mean, we are connected with the lucky ring, though, right?
Only I am.
Okay.
Well, either way, I want to take one of the rings, and I do want to get. Do they need like attuned in order to like use them, or like?
Yeah, it's about like 30 minutes to an hour.
Okay.
probably
I'm gonna talk
inspecting
to the
the
dwarf.
ring.
I'm gonna tell him that I'm gonna go into the room real quick and attune one ring at a time. And if he sees any trouble,
You can only attune to 3 magic items at once, and there are 5 of them. And but you don't know if
see.
they're magical yet. Only some of them are magical.
Okay.
Perhaps.
Well,
I don't know.
I'm gonna give.
You might have to check.
I'm gonna give one to Rich to see if he wants to do anything with it. And since Austin already has a ring, I'll give the other one to Ben, and I'm gonna keep the other 3 for myself.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm
What
gonna
is
take
this
one
ring?
ring at a time. And
That's
I'm
one of
gonna,
the rings we stole.
I'm gonna take one ring at a time and start what's called attuning myself to the rings.
You guys can all just do it at once, and I'll keep watch.
Oh, I can do more than one at a time. Okay, then I'll
No, I'm saying like you, Ben, and Rich could all attune, and or attempt to attune, and I'll keep watch.
Okay, I'm gonna do that then.
All right.
Okay.
I'll also go back here. Idiot can watch the door.
Okay. I'll make some rolls.
He's instructed to just stand there, and if anyone tries to barge in, he should just go dead weight.
I'll make
Just fall on him.
I'll make some rolls here. to see.
Also, just saying, it probably takes her
Okay.
less than 30 minutes to find out someone busted into her office.
Okay. All right. So you guys are attuning whatnot, and you managed to successfully attune within the 30 minutes. Nothing really eventful seems to happen. Rock, you get the ring that you have. Let's see. Let me see. I have this list. Okay. All right. Oh wait, no, that's wrong. Here we go. All right. All right. So Rock, you get a ring that it's the ring of alarming, and it contains. Actually, you roll, Rock. Well, we roll D4.
I roll a d4?
Yeah.
Do I get any modifier to it, or is it just a straight
Just D4.
Alright.
You have your spell your ring contains 4 unreplenishable spell charges of the alarm spell.
Oh.
And
What does that
let's
do?
see.
Just, like, sound the generic alarm?
It basically makes it so you could have like a 20-foot cube. Anyone that steps in there will ring out an alarm. You can say what the alarm is. So and then
Wait,
what is
so
it?
the alarm spell, I have like a set radius. I have a set radius, and anyone inside of it gets an alarm.
Yeah, you can look it up. You can look it up. It's the alarm.
It'll help
And
us whenever
then,
we need to sleep or something like that.
Lyrican.
Or set up.
Lyrican, you get you get the ring of the bard. It's the bearer gains +1 to performance checks.
Oh, well, that's ironic.
Well, I can
And-
actually play an instrument.
And let's see. And Bane, you get the ring of adroit intelligence, which means you have
Ring
+1
of-
to intelligence
of
saving
what?
throws.
Intelligence?
Adroit,
Adroit? Ad-
yeah, ADROIT, intelligence. It means you have +1 to intelligence saving throws.
Okay.
And you have 2 other rings.
Yep.
But if you wish to attune, I'd say you guys are about 10 hours out from docking. You can choose to rest. You can choose to sleep.
I'm gonna be attuning these rings for the next hour, so they can do whatever they want to do.
And the lucky ring recharges on long rest, right?
1 charge per long rest. So you have
And-
3 charges, and it recharges 1 per long rest.
If I expend all 3, does it get destroyed or is it just empty?
I guess you'll find out. You can make an Arcana check to determine that.
I'll just roll an Arcana real quick. That's a fairly major difference. Alright, I got a 2.
You can't really you wouldn't know if for a ring of this magic if when you expend all the charges if it breaks or not.
Alright, guess we're not going to expend all the charges, boys.
But yeah, see if you guys can get any more stuff off of these guys at the table at least, or see if there's anything you could buy from the shop that we can use as well while I'm attuning these rings.
I'm thinking, screw the shop. I want to plant this rope.
Can I have a plan.
Plans usually
Okay.
are
Oh.
bad.
Yeah, I want to go to the deck. And would you say I'm within 30 feet of the captain from the bottom, from the common deck?
I'd say probably not.
Fuck, okay. I guess I'm going to stand on the deck, I'm going to look over on the ocean mournfully, and I'm going to hum a song for like the next 4 hours, because for me to accomplish.
Okay,
Song.
so for the next 4 hours you're just kind of sitting there humming a song.
Yeah. Just
Okay.
thinking about life.
Okay. All right. What does everyone else do?
I'm going to. Well, I didn't use any spells or anything. I only took some damage. If I do a short rest, will I heal that HP as well?
Yeah.
I mean,
you'd
like, oh,
you would expend a hit dice.
okay.
if you want.
What do my rings do? By the way, if I'm like done with the rings.
So you get 1 ring It's let's see.
Please, Austin.
You have the ring of Cloy. So basically, what happens is you can cast Friends, the cantrip, once per day, using the ring.
Cast Friends, the cantrip?
Yep, the cantrip Friends once per day, and the other ring is not magical.
The other ring is not magical. Okay, so it's just worth money then.
Actually, wait, no. The other ring is not magical, and the Friends cantrip one, I read it wrong. It's actually a ring of water walking. So you can use the ring once per day to cast water walking on yourself.
Okay, ring of water walking. Are these rings tradable?
You'd have to attune to them. So like you can't just give it to somebody and then expect them to be able to use it. They have to.
But it's gonna have the same effect, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. That's fine. All right. Then yeah, I'm gonna do my 1d6. You said of like healing.
It's a D10. Your hit dice are D10.
Yeah, mine are d10. Where the fuck is the d10s at? I just organized all these dice, you fucking scoundrels.
Right here. This one.
Wow.
Alright, that's 3.
I'm-
That's 3.
All right. So yeah, I only lost 2 hit points. So that's like that full heals me.
Because your Constitution is +2, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, you heal 3.
All right. Somebody else can do something now then.
Alright, well, you arrive at port in a little bit. You could talk to other people. You could do whatever you want. You can explore the ship. There are people playing dice outside. It looks to be the same kind of dice that they were playing before. I'll say in the 4 hours, the captain walks down the stairs. Looks like she's going to bed.
As she walks,
At this point, I want to determine: do I have the rope, or does the bartender have the rope?
You could ask for it back.
All right. I feel like it's pretty within my character to kind of go rogue at this point. So maybe I go up to the bartender and try to strike up a conversation.
Sure. Whatever you want to do.
Got my man here. Let's say, so you got our rope, right?
Yeah, I do have your rope.
So to get into the captain's quarters, we had to break some glass. Now,
Oh, they're definitely gonna find that out sooner or
Yeah.
later.
so
Don't worry, I
wanna
got your
pin this
alibi.
on someone else.
Ah, smart, smart,
And we were
smart.
thinking maybe if we put the rope, put the rope on somebody, try and stash in one of their bags, we could get away scot-free here.
Now, hold on, meeting.
I guess I'll join him at the counter. By the way.
Now, how did you get this rope?
we bought it.
Oh, did you buy it from CC?
Yep.
I'm just going to say yes because I assume
Oh
it's
my-
a store person.
She's probably gonna rat you out as soon as she finds out anyone questions her. I mean, did you go buy it yourself?
I didn't buy it, but
Oh,
one of
okay.
my party members did.
Who bought it?
I bought it.
Not me. It wasn't me. I'm gonna slip Rich the ring that doesn't do anything.
Okay.
I mean, I'm gonna give it to you to like give it to somebody else. Fucking.
Oh,
Pay the
yes,
fucking
yes.
attention.
I assume that we're going to put that on somebody to try to get them framed.
So,
yes.
who-
So like what we can do is you put that ring on one of those one of those people over there, one of the dumb ones, not like one of the really like fucking like ones that are gonna cause us trouble. And then whenever she comes up to question us, we say that she had us go buy her some rope in order to be able to play and have stakes in the game of craps.
Okay. All right. Seems good.
Is that gonna work?
Yeah.
Do you guys think that'll work or what?
Seems plausible.
I mean, it's the best
bartender
bet.
can back us up on that story and say that he saw us talking to her and made the handoff.
And then you're not technically lying here, Noob, because you did see us talking to her at some point today. So it makes it a little bit easier on yourself. So yeah, let's give.
So can you repeat the plan again?
I'm gonna give Rich the ring. He's gonna slip the ring into one of these people's pockets, one of the weaker ones' pockets, and we're going to claim that she had us buy the rope for her, so that she could use it in order for us to play in her game, or that rather, in fact, that she threatened us to buy the rope. And she gave us the money to go and buy it. Yeah.
So you're saying these people, the person. So you're saying these people, the person, told you to buy some rope to get some stake in the game.
No. We're gonna change it to she threatened us to go buy her rope, or else she was gonna give us trouble.
Okay. All right.
That doesn't sound like very confident. Okay, this plan doesn't suck, does it, Austin?
I mean, it's the best plan. I have an idea for if shit starts to come back on me. I have a plan. But if
I'll
you guys
say that.
coming on me in
Yes.
the first, it'd be great.
Yeah. Since you are not there, I'll say you can't communicate to them stuff. So since you're kind of on the ship
Yeah.
over there.
I'm very far away.
It seems like a pretty reasonable plan.
Wait,
Okay,
where is
so
Austin?
the gnome kind of-
Austin's on the ship.
Yeah.
I'm on
no.
the top of the deck.
All right.
Yeah, so basically,
roll-
you
can
guys
you
had
go-
to come up with a plan yourself.
Yeah. Roll.
It's good. You have like a few hours until you can probably go back and tell them the plan actually. So you guys can tell them the plan.
Okay, I
You
was
can kind
gonna
of
say
go
roll
back,
to go tell them the
communicate
plan.
everything, and then yeah, that should work.
Yeah.
So like you should be able to tell them that plan essentially.
Austin, I want you to
And
not
then-
deny anything. I want you to greet her, but I don't want you to greet her here. I want you to greet her on the deck and walk her down to these people, and we'll sweeten them up to where we can really play it off as if they threatened us to get the rope for her for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I just have to keep in her good graces,
Okay.
and then shit will work out. I hope.
Yeah, it'll work out.
Okay, all right.
Just trust.
Break.
Trust.
Break.
All right, I'm gonna come in. I will hold on. I'm gonna.
Wait, can we ask the barkeep if he can create a distraction?
Yeah.
for
Well,
us?
for no,
Maybe
not
we
yet.
give him
I'm
like
gonna.
one gold piece, and he tries to buy rounds for everyone with that gold piece. Or I don't know. What's
That's
the
a
amount it
lot
would take
for-
to buy
for
rounds for
rounds.
everybody?
It's
and just
like
create
a
a
few.
distraction.
Probably like 10 silver.
Yeah. But before you do that, we need to give the bartender our rings, the ones that we got from her. Where's Ben? Ben, hello.
That is died.
Well, we're gonna take his ring and give it to the bartender. as
Oh,
well.
Okay.
I didn't realize I was muted.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Wow.
where the fuck is Ben?
I
All
was
right.
Let me
asleep.
get a drink real quick.
Yeah. We're gonna give our rings to the bartender in good faith, and he'll give them back. And then we'll start the plan with the one ring that is not enchanted in Rich's possession. So yeah.
Okay.
everything-
I'm actually
everything-
asleep over
everything's in
here. So
place.
you have to
I-
come...
I think I've wait. I'm gonna use my investigation to see if there's any holes in my theory or in my plan. What? What?
Is that a thing?
I don't fucking know. Roll investigation.
I'd look at it as if I was like trying to punch holes in my own plan. You feel? Yeah, dog. All right, so 9.
Let's see. You realize that you guys were on the deck, and the only way to propel, like if you were gonna propel down, was to be on the deck, and nobody else was on the deck except you.
All right. So, new plan. We say that she what's it called? She coerced us into stealing from her jewelry box, and we gave the loot to her. Is that good enough? You guys
Wait,
think?
what if you use the rope to climb down, not up?
What?
Like
I
you
mean,
could
they
say
climb.
it was used to climb down the ship and not onto the captain's deck.
No, they knew we were there, Austin. What are you talking about?
No, not you. They did. The people were framing.
Down the ship? What do you mean?
Okay, so imagine that is. Let me ask this: do we know if there are any windows on the ship besides the captain's, like even a porthole or something?
There are a few portholes.
So what they did was, instead of climbing down from the captain's deck, they put like a piece of wood or something onto the rope, threw it up through the window on the captain's ship and the captain's room, and then climbed up it instead of down.
All right, I'm gonna roll investigation to see if this plan's plausible.
Honestly, this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
I mean, it kind of makes sense. I mean, like, I don't know. What do you say, Eric? Does it like make sense?
I mean, it makes sense that you can kind of like deduce your plan, and like, if we're role playing in character, like your character's gonna know things that you don't, and you're gonna know things your character doesn't. So if you guys want to role play that your character would know things that you don't, and you know things your character doesn't, like you can't start deducing like, oh, I know what spell this is because I've played D&D before. If you guys want to play it like that, then like moving forward, that's how we'll play it. But
I don't understand. Wait.
I'm saying, I think my character is smart enough to imagine a plan where you could rappel upwards instead of down. Because I have an int of 14.
I hate playing that way.
What way?
Just in general. So what he's saying is, your knowledge is not the same as your character's knowledge. So in some cases where you roll dungeoneering or whatever, it's different. But like for example, if you, I don't know, maybe your character is never, like my character has never seen the ocean. So maybe my character, like I see the ocean and I have no idea what a boat is. Like to play in character, I have to play as if I don't know what a boat is.
Okay.
yeah.
So, like, how does that apply here, though?
Well, like if we're moving forward, like if you just kind of like want to, if you want to play like that, then you can do things like this.
I haven't been like doing
that,
anything that's, like, outside of like my spectrum of. Like,
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to figure out like if that's kind of how you want to play it, then you can do these investigation rolls. But I will expect that you also role play the other way, that your character may not be like have never seen the ocean before, so you will not be able to know what to do. You won't know how to like this and that. Like you won't be able to logic your way through with your own knowledge. It'll.
Oh yeah, there's like
see what I
something
mean?
that like I'm like missing that I don't understand. That's like totally within reason, I think. But I don't know.
I think when you're rolling investigation on your own plan, you're essentially asking the GM if you're missing something.
Well, it's more that I'm like looking at it from an outsider's perspective. Like I'd come into like a crime scene, for example, and I'd like look at it like, what did that person miss, right? Like what exactly is investigation in this game then?
What the point is if you're investigating your own plan, you should investigate your own plan, not.
Yeah, then like, what's the point of having the investigation?
Investigate your plan.
What's the point of it having the investigation skill if you don't actually ever use it?
Well,
Because you can investigate other things.
So essentially, the plan you have is more meta outside of the game. You came up with the plan, whereas you're using a mechanic inside of the game to analyze something outside of the game.
Yeah.
All right, that makes sense. I'll say you can't do it. I
think planning is inherently a meta thing.
Yeah, planning is definitely a meta thing. So I'll say you have to kind of figure it out yourself.
Okay, well, I think my plan's good. As for the whole, like, them only seeing us, I don't know how to solve that part other than to say that we got coerced, or what's it called? What's the word for it? Like, I guess coerced is, like, good enough for now. Extorted into doing it, rather.
What if they broke into the room and then climbed out using the rope?
They could have.
I think that's probably the least incriminating way.
Anything is possible.
Alright, well, I don't know. Like, what do you guys think? Like, fucking speak up. I'm doing a lot of the work here, so is Austin. Like, what do you, Ben and Rich, what do you guys think we should do?
I'm asleep.
You're asleep?
Yes, I'm over here
then,
asleep.
Rich, what do you think we should do? Which plan sounds better? We'll go with it. Is your mic muted, Rich? I don't know where Rich went. Anyway, you make the decision then, Austin, because I don't know.
I think saying that they
it's
coerced
gonna
us.
come back on you, right? So like, we need it to. You have to choose whatever you think is gonna keep you alive in this situation.
I think what's most likely to keep me alive is to say that we had absolutely nothing to do with it. and I can at least give myself an alibi. I can give myself a stone cold alibi, and I was the one who bought the rope.
Well, then how could it ever come back on us then, right?
Because if we say that the rope was used for rappelling, we're the only ones who could have done it. But if I just say the rope went missing from my possession after I bought it, like I put it in my room and it's not there anymore, they can't really question that.
All right, whatever. Rich, if you're here, I need you to sneak the ring in one of their pockets. It'd be nice if Rich talked, given that the plan infringes on him sneaking the ring in one of their pockets.
Yeah, I wonder where he's at. But okay, yep. All right, if that's the plan, we can move forward with that.
Yeah, I'm in and out. Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right. I don't know why. It's probably like the jack I have. I'll have to switch it.
Okay.
Well, I need you to sneak
All
the
right,
ring
so-
in the weakest dude's pocket over there.
All right. Are we trying to do a distraction here so I might be able to get advantage, or just going in?
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna we already gave the rings to the bartender, right? So
Yeah, so the bartender's kind of in on this plan because it's gotten him. Because you guys could you guys could incriminate the NPC as well. So the NPC wants you guys to succeed because he has these panties, and if they find out he has the panties, then they know he did it. So basically, he'll help you out however he can. That's kind of his motive, is he wants to help you out.
Oh, right. I have to give him the bra. I forgot about that. You gotta give him that, too.
Yeah,
right
don't
now.
give it to him until we leave.
I
then he can take
can't.
the stuff.
I can't. I have to give it to him now. And he has to just...
Why?
Because if they search me, and she's like, I happen to be looking through my clothing pile. Then, I'm made.
Well, then we lose the rings because we have no leverage.
We could just threaten to rat him out.
Fine. I'll hold it. I mean, yeah. No, give it to him.
He'll say that you guys have I've wanted this for years. I'll do whatever it takes to keep these. And I assume if you guys get caught, I'll give you the rings back. I could care less about these rings. I'm a fucking bartender on a ship.
All right, fine.
Right.
Give him the bra.
All right.
Give him the bra.
All right, so he has
He takes a big whiff. And he's like, all right, I'll be right back.
All right, I'm gonna give my...
What, 15 seconds this time?
It's about 5 minutes this time, and it comes back.
Oh.
All right, let's get at this table and start distracting these people.
All right.
Alright.
Did you discuss your plan with the gnome?
Yeah.
Did we not discuss it with the gnome?
I'm sure you
Yeah, we
did.
did.
Did you?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we're there. We're
Yeah.
at the
So
table
is he gonna
this whole
provide us
time.
a distraction?
Okay, so he's gonna say he's gonna call everybody at the bar and he's gonna say, hey, since I'm dropping you guys off at your final destination soon, I'm gonna give everybody a round of drinks. You've been good company. So he says, huzzah, round of drinks, and everyone's like, woohoo, yeah, round of drinks, woohoo.
Okay,
Everyone's cheering.
Rich, which one are you stealing from?
I assume I'm putting the ring into the woman's pocket.
One of them, the weakest one, not like the fucking boss.
All right, fine. The most clueless looking person. Can I roll investigation?
You can roll insight.
Find the most
You can roll
dullest
insight.
person on the
Yeah, insight. You can try to roll
I'll roll
insight.
insight. Roll a 11 plus. It's just an 11.
All right, you kind of think one of these two doesn't know what they're doing. You don't know which one though.
All right. So which one are we doing, Rich? Well, I guess I'll be over him talking to him real quick. Which
All right.
which
Well, I can't really tell which one, but I guess this guy would be pretty good because it looks like he's shaded more away from this guard here, so there's less
All right.
likely to be interference.
I'm going to spill my drink accidentally on him and trip into him. In that moment, I need you to stealthily sneak it in. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna
So
walk.
I'm gonna roll stealth to follow, and then I got sleight of hand.
Okay.
Okay.
So-
So stealth roll will be. Okay, I don't know what that is. Is that a 3?
That's a 30.
3.
So you're
what is
rolling.
That's a 9.
So everyone's kind of distracted. So they kind of notice. They're kind of preoccupied with the fact they just got free drinks. So they know you're there, but they're not really paying attention to you.
Okay, and then the sleight of hand. What is that? That's an 8 plus. Sleight of hand is so it's a 10.
When you try to slip it into his pocket, he kind of like looks back at you and says like, what are you doing?
Wait, did I not spill the beer on him?
Oh, you didn't say that. So, okay, while he's doing that, do you spill the beer on him?
Yeah, I'm gonna accidentally trip and fall into him and spill beer
Alright.
on his like.
So roll
coat.
advantage. So roll again. You have advantage. Yeah.
Okay.
Big dick money, come on.
All right. So
18
as you
to
spill the
20.
so as you spill the beer on him, you adeptly like kind of match the motions of Tim kind of putting his hands on him and you putting the ring into his pocket, so he kind of has like a sensory overload, almost. And the ring is in his
Sensory
pocket.
overload, like when I have hot wings.
All right, I walk back to my room.
Okay.
We need.
You can find your way out.
Yeah, sure, yeah, fine. I guess we don't need to be at the table anymore. I don't want like to be. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah,
Or
sure.
I'll just walk back to the bar and hang. You can apologize for what you did.
Yeah, I'm sorry for spilling that. I'm gonna try and like dab it up with like a cloth or something like that. And is he like cool with me, or is everything all right?
He's kind of like pissed off, but like he's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" He's like,
Not
"Get the
willing to
fuck
throw
out."
punches.
All right,
Get
I'm
out
gonna
of
go up
my-
to the shopkeeper then, and I'm gonna see what else I can buy here at the shop. What the fuck?
They've got ropes. They've got
Why do you always
got
say
some
ropes?
They got some healing potions. They've got some. There's really not much that like. So like, what are you looking for in the shop? They've got.
I don't know. I was kind of just. I kind of always work better if I just like have items in front of me and then like work from there.
Let's
I don't know
see.
like what's
they
in
have.
D&D,
They have
so-
any general. Oh, these are way better. Oh fuck, that's a 2D object. That sucks. 2D object too? Yeah, it's 2D as well. I'm looking for. Let's see. Well, they have like any items that you could find in like the dungeon packs. So like incense, bedrolls.
Don't need any of
They have some potions, just some like random like minor healing potions. Nothing too big. They've got. They've got water skins. They've got some bread, some food, some apples.
that. I guess I should eat, right?
Yeah, you guys like I can just say you guys can you have eaten.
Okay.
You haven't eaten since, but like we don't really need to worry about eating too much
Okay,
unless
then, yeah, I've
you're
done everything I need to
adventuring.
do. You guys can finish doing whatever you need to do before we move on to the
Yeah,
next
I
one,
guess
so.
I'll also complete my motion and return to our room.
Past turn.
That's turn. All right.
As the captain walks by me to go to her house, go back to her room, I'm gonna try to briefly stop her. Just like kind of call out.
She says, "Oh, hello there, the tiefling."
I look at her with serious look and say, I have a confession to make. I've hidden something from you.
Uh-oh.
She says, "What?"
I'm not just a bard. In my youth, I was touched by an old god. And I'm also technically a warlock. And then I use Awakened Mind to speak directly to her mind.
She's kind of shocked. She's like, "Oh, wow!" Like, she's like, "Oh, a warlock. It's been a while since I've met one. I should have suspected that since you're a tiefling. All tieflings are warlocks."
Well, not all of us, but it's very common.
Not all.
Hashtag not all tieflings.
She says, basically all tieflings.
Yeah, like 97%.
Well, I guess.
Not all of us. Though.
Yeah,
And then I say, but yes, I believe in complete honesty. I would never hide something from a captain as amazing as you.
Oh my god, please.
Alright, roll persuasion.
Let me think. If I re-roll the dice with lucky, do I have to take the new roll?
You don't have to.
Alright, I'm gonna use one charge to re-roll. Okay, I'm definitely taking the 15.
Okay, she's like, alright, she doesn't really know where that's coming from. She's like, okay, I believe you. I'm like, alright, whatever. She
I
kinda
say-
just like, okay, alright. Honest
So
man.
yeah,
I
if
like honest.
anything ever goes wrong, you can count on me to try and set things right.
She says, "I've never met a man with such, being so honest. What brought this up? This is a bit odd behavior."
I just felt ashamed that I couldn't show you my real performance. After all, this collar prevents a lot of my bardic magics. So I need to make up for it in other ways. It's a bard thing.
Roll persuasion.
This is like every New York pizzeria right here.
Just all
Yeah,
rats.
that's a 23.
She believes, she's like, I guess that makes sense. She's like, I mean, I guess. I don't meet too many bards. Makes sense.
Maybe one day I'll show you a real performance, and then I go back down to my room, mysteriously walking away.
Okay. She says goodbye. Alright, what are you guys doing in your room?
Try and sleep before they break out our door searching for those fucking rings.
Jacking off.
Alright, so basically, let's see. So basically, she does come down. Just come back.
She comes down in size.
She comes down in size. And she basically comes through the door, and she kind of she brings a bunch of her bandit guards with her. I'll say like a few of these guys come with her. Actually, I'll just copy this one.
That's a lot of. There's not a few.
That's all these. Okay, hold on, wait. Maybe not that many. Okay, that many. They kind of come down, and everybody kind of gets quiet because she doesn't come down. She says, "Who stole my rings and broke into my shop?" She's like, "I want to see the people that are on my deck too." And she kind of tells one of the bandits to come and gets these guys. The bandit comes in and gets you and kind of pulls you out. Just get out here. She says, "Who stole my rings?"
I suggest that she just searches everyone here. It's the quickest way, is it not?
Yes, that sounds. I like his idea. You know, you first. I want to search you first, and she searches. Right. She searches you, and she doesn't find anything. She's like, well, just like I suspected. And she kind of asks you, she's like, "Do you know, you guys just got here. Do you know if any of these guys were talking about stealing anything? I know these guys are all crooks, but..."
Those guys over at the craps table were really giving us a lot of shit. Trying to get us into some sort of scheme, it was.
Roll deception. Roll deception.
Some sort of scheme. I don't know what was going on.
1 second. What's my deception? Do I take the 13 or go for a big roll?
13 plus what?
That 13 total.
I mean,
I'll use one more charge.
I think you use one more charge. We could be in big trouble if you don't use this lucky charge, you fucking greedy bastard.
God damn it. That's a 13.
So you have a 13.
We'll get
she's
the
like,
to back us up. It should be
she's
fine.
kind of a little suspicious of you. However, the barkeep kind of pipes in and says, "Hey, check those check what's his name?
Number 3.
No, check Drewy. Drewy is no, it's a guy. No, it's
Todd?
No.
Todd.
Brown.
I like Todd.
No. Alright, let me get some names here. Wolfa. Yeah, check Wolfa. That girl. Check Wolfa. She's always, fucking harassing all the newcomers and fucking winning all these things. I bet she has something. So they go and check Wolfa, which is this girl. And they search her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They check her, and they don't find anything on her. But then, so they just start to check everybody else, and they find a ring on this guy. So this girl's Wolfa. They find a ring on this character, which is Fenor. And they basically says, "This is my ring. What happened to the other ones? Where are the other ones?" She said, "Those weren't really the important ones. I don't fucking like. What'd you do with them?" and he basically is kind of like scared. He's like, I didn't know anything. This wasn't my ring. I don't know how it got there. And she says, yeah, that's probably what they all say. And
then she grows in size.
and then she says, she says, who else was responsible? Who else was in this? Was this your whole gang? And they're all kind of like, no, it's not us. And then like they kind of rowdy up those few people, and they take them away. They say, we have some questions for you, and they kind of go away.
Awesome, that worked out well, but way better than I expected. I thought I was gonna have to kill people somehow.
I might still be able to do my dragon breath.
Yeah, you definitely still can. It's not an item. I know it's a spell. You can't cast it.
Isn't it just an innate ability for
Yeah,
my race?
that's what I thought when I had command, but apparently it's not.
If it's any sort of like magical properties.
Why would command be not? Command is literally a spell in the spell book.
I
Yeah,
thought.
okay, I think
I
can
know
breathe
it's like in the
fire
spell book. I
without
thought
it being
there's
a
just like
problem.
generic, like this is just what you can do.
It's like a magic laced command, basically.
I think my dragon's breath is protected.
Is it
you would-
protected?
Not
Your
that
breath-
protected.
Your dragon's breath, you'd have to find it out. If you make an intelligence check, you might be able to logic through it. But that'd be a rich.
I don't
if
think
rich.
it's very necessary right now.
Okay.
Because I'll just
Alright.
get to the Coliseum and have the collar removed. Probably, since we have to fight.
I fucking
The
hope so.
Colosseum.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna be out of luck.
The Colosseum.
All right. So basically, what happens is, you guys, you're hanging out. There's not much to do. They took those guys away. You don't know what happened to them. The gnome gives you kind of like a nod. He's like, yeah. And then he kind of gestures you over. He's like, do you guys want your rings back?
Yeah, for sure.
He gives you all the rings back.
Nice. I don't think I gave him anything else. Do we want the rope back from this guy?
Fuck no.
Yeah, I don't really care.
He's
about
like,
It's like $5.
All right, so you guys go to if you guys want to go to sleep, you can do that. If not,
Yeah,
up to
let's
you.
fucking sleep.
Sleep.
okay.
Unless someone wants
So-
to try and sneak into the captain's bedroom to woo her, but that's a pretty risk it for the biscuit move.
The sex tape.
Okay, all right. So now it's been 3 hours. We can stop. We can continue. It's up to you guys.
Yeah, we can stop here.
Yeah.
We got
That's
a
a good
pretty
place
good
to stop.
what's it called arc out of this one. And then next we'll end up on Coliseum Island, where the fuck it is. Just make sure you save the game state, because I've been like using my character sheet to like save all my items. I don't like have them. Real quick, the items that we got off that bartender, we had 1 potion of healing.
1 potion of healing each.
And what does it say do exactly?
Unless it's like 3d4 plus 3 to heal.
It's pretty good.
And
Yeah,
then,
it's actually
and then we
very
got
good.
the gold, and what else did we get from him? We got some kind of potion, like water walking and...
Potion of water breathing and a potion of giant strength.
Okay, that's the other one I need to write down. Potion of giant strength.
Cloud giant strength,
Cloud.
particularly.
Can I drink like half of it? What would happen if I drink half of it?
Oh wait, I accidentally loaded this. and deleted it.
Oh my god.
Don't worry, I saved the other one. We'll just load that one up. Load.
But yeah, what happens if I drink just half the potion? Do I get like half
You
the
can't.
effect?
No. No, not how that works.
Yeah.
No. No.
Make sure these are all saved. Alright, so wait, what was the first thing? The storm potion and potion of cloud giant strength. I'm ready to say this, Eric.
Cloud giant strength.
Good, close enough. Okay, you can say
Don't
it
ever
now.
sleep on the power of a bard.
Alright, you guys down to play some Overwatch for a bit then?
Yep.
Gotta do homework.
Yeah, sure. I'll screw
I'll
around.
catch y'all later.
Later.
Yep, see ya.
Catch you later,
I'll play
stream.
some
Thanks for
Overwatch.
joining.